Oh yeah, guys, we've been dealing with a bunch of audio issues lately. Trying to get this stream to sound as beautiful as possible.
I call them audio solutions, Emery. I don't call them audio issues.
My bad.
It's way more positive.
Yeah, you got to be.
Positive. It's like Thomas Edison had to destroy a whole bunch of light bulbs and burn down his house before he could come up with a good idea.
True. You have to kill Nikola Tesla, basically.
Yeah. So whose house are we burning down?
I think Brad lives the closest to you, Aaron, or is it me?
All right, we're burning down Brad's house.
All right.
Let's
good luck. It's been a lot of rain.
I think I sound a little quiet. Emery, can you turn me up?
You sound a little quiet. I know Brad sounded very loud right there.
I did?
Yeah. Even when you talk quiet, your mic is very overloady. So you got to talk extra quiet today, sir.
I'll change some settings again then.
Just whatever you can do to make your input on your microphone lower, that would be best. And then I can bump you up to 200%, and that should help.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, my God. GWM, I didn't even notice that. Aaron, do you have a red hat that you could put on?
Wait a minute. What?
Yes.
Aaron, we're twinsies. Let's do it.
Oh, my God. All right. Let me just find it. I have a red hat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go steal a pair of my mom's glasses. Hold on. We're doing this. Let's do this, man.
Awesome. Oh, and Misanthrope says, also, Dion, do you have a cape? Happen to own a cape?
I do have, the sparring things that, there's the open slits on the side. I got that from this party years ago. That's about as much as a cape as I have.
Okay, well, that's close. At least what I'm imagining in my head.
Yeah, it's like a toga, but without it being wrapped around.
Okay.
So not a toga at all.
It makes still extremely loud.
Oh, well, you've definitely turned yourself down a lot. However, you still are doing that same clipping thing, which is weird. Now he's... Say something like yell right now, Brad. Oh, I can't hear you at all now.
I could not find a red hat. My apologies.
No red hat. Oh.
I had one. I think I just donated it to Goodwill after.
You have successfully muted yourself, Brad, with whatever it is that you've done.
No.
Oh, he's coming back.
Keep coming. Keep going up. Louder.
I changed from automatically determine input sensitivity. I turned that off.
Okay. Well, we can hear you. You're just very quiet. So just undo whatever you did and bring yourself back to your loud, clippy self, and we'll just have to deal with it.
Now how am I?
Whoa.
How's that now?
Okay. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Love it. Super high quality. Fantastic. I would listen to a podcast where someone sounded like this. Definitely.
Are you being sarcastic?
No.
Aaron, sarcastic?
Really, tell me how it sounds. What do I need to do?
There's nothing you can do. Don't worry about it. Just
I turned off automatic input sensitivity.
That's okay. That doesn't have anything to do with it. It's fine. Just try not to get too loud. That's all.
Possible.
Yeah.
Possible.
Okay. Mr. Thrope, yes. It is the headset, and yeah, they're new headsets. We thought they would be a little bit better than what we were dealing with before.
Yeah, they're Razer X2 headsets, and I kind of want a Razer Black Shark V2 headsets, and I kind of want to fucking send them back to fucking GameStop because that's fucking bullshit.
I mean, we knew they weren't going to be as good as the mics that Aaron and I and Jason use, but we were expecting them to be a little bit better than that,
Well, clearly they're not, so I'm looking at how to fucking return them. Instead of playing D&D, I'm looking at how to fucking return the microphones.
There's got to be a
happy
way.
now?
Okay, there's got to be a way to make them sound better. Literally, because if they sounded like this, nobody would ever buy this headset in a million years. So probably just need to install whatever crazy program that they send with it to.
They don't send
fix
anything
the
with
issue.
it. They just
Or that
make
you have
do
to
it.
that you download.
Yeah,
they
it's
make
not-
you
it's-
download exactly.
It's not Brad and Dion's fault. That's
No.
the main thing.
Yeah.
It's my fault because I got the wrong shit. Didn't fucking do my homework enough. All right.
Thought headphones worked, man. I'm old.
Yeah. If you've ever been in a Call of Duty lobby, everybody sounds like Brad right now.
Oh, really? So they
yeah.
just use them out of the box and sound like that. Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
there you go. I guess those are the people that buy these headsets.
Oh boy. All right. Well, do you have Jason? I know you love to do this sometimes. Have a little bit of a recap of what we did, or do you have any other stuff you want to talk about before we dive in?
Oh, no, you guys go ahead. Dive in.
Okay. No on both counts.
Well, the recap is essentially from our last live stream that we needed to get these adamantine rods, but we didn't exactly know why. See, Bell, the guy who runs Avernus, used to run Avernus before Zariel came along, he suggested that we get the rods. Wink, wink. I'm not going to keep you on a hellish contract. You go get them and bring them back to me. Haha, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
But he didn't really want them. Instead, he just kind of gave us a hint, like, you could get those rods and then you'll figure it out. And I guess we figured it out. We even visited Tiamat to try to see if maybe Tiamat could help us distract Zariel, because we need General Olanthius to show us where Zariel's sword is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Zariel's sword is hidden away. We know we need that if we're going to redeem Zariel and free Elturel.
Yeah.
We need a distraction. We need to distract Zariel so we can go with General Olanthius to get the sword. And in order to do that, we have plunged these 9 adamantine rods into the little solar
Insidiator.
Insidiator, not incinerator. The solar insidiator that sits above Elturel. It was like this really dark orb, right?
Yeah.
We
like a
put
black
all
hole.
of these, we put all of these rods in there, and then all of a sudden it unlocked and it opened up, and there was this beautiful little angel baby in there. I think, I don't know, it was this bright light and this I don't know who, but anyway, I guess we're about to figure it out. So Zariel has effectively probably been alerted to us fucking around with her shit, and now she's probably going to come at us, and we have to go back to General Olanthius and get him to show us where the sword is, so that when she comes around, we'll have a chance to actually fight and win. Is that about it?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, except for the part about describing the angel baby.
Okay.
What you guys see as you plunge the final adamantine rod into the companion, aka solar insidiator, which this final plunge, this final key dispels the massive magical darkness that it was emanating, and instead it opens up like this gigantic pokeball full of light to reveal its contents. And out of this massive pokeball flies this humongous angel. It's got this like a 20-foot wingspan on these feathery white wings, but his skin is green. He looks very much like humanoid, just larger and more perfect. He's got a bald head, golden wristbands, and wields a massive sword. And as far as what his legs look like, you imagine they're pretty muscular and sexy and probably hairless like the rest of his body. And he emerges from this companion and looks down upon you with a smile and says in common, who art thou who have freed me after so many years?
Hey, buddy, this is the Gorgeous Phoenix Brigade, and how long have you been your egg, so to speak? What's the last thing you remember?
I am not entirely sure how long I have been trapped here. I was captured by Zariel and forced by Bel into this prison. This was shortly after the great crusade that Zariel led. Pray tell, how long has it been?
And then I look at the other guys, like, Glumjack, you are aware of numbers and wars. How long would you estimate? And he is dumbfounded, so then I look at the Bible like, you're the smart one?
Brad,
I know a lot of stuff, and I'm very smart. I just ask me anything.
Okay. Sorry.
Hold on. Brad has managed to mute himself somehow. I should have known not to bother with figuring out. Yeah, I know, right?
It's another function of those headsets. If you insult them, they shut off.
If I were to guess, I would say it has to do with his input sensitivity. That might be wrong. I don't know.
Put it back on automatic or something, probably, Red. Whenever your Glubjag talks, Discord probably thinks you're burping or something.
How's that?
Oh, you're back.
Okay.
You're back. Let me just bump you up. All right. So, what did you? Just repeat what you said because we couldn't hear it.
I said, well, it's it's been long enough that she kind of switched teams. Been a while.
It's been long enough, right? I am aware of the fall of Zariel.
I don't know, millennia, I'm guessing.
Oh my goodness, it's been that long. Bobby, you can make a history check.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping you'd say.
To Florida Hand says, sounds like he's on a bad CB radio. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, maybe
There
we
it
should
is.
just fucking unplug these things and go with the microphones on the laptops and the computers because they worked better.
Yeah, it
I would
might
advise-
actually be
I would
better.
advise that. Yep,
Yeah.
100%.
Good, buddy.
I can't
One
fucking work
second.
with this audio.
Yeah, no.
God damn me for fucking god damn it! I'm gonna take
Those-
these to old man GameStop's house, shove him up his ass.
All right, I'm switching. Just let me know that the mic is better. Here is the mic. Ta-da!
Oh God, it's like hearing the ocean rolling, and it's beautiful.
Rolling in the deep. That's what I want.
So good, so much better. Brad,
Hold on.
did you unplug?
Yeah, you really just have to switch the input from that mic to like whatever you're using on your laptop, and then it
You go
should
to
work.
voice settings and
I'm very sorry, guys.
JWM says Brad is doing fine for someone in a foxhole currently being shelled. Mr. Wumbo says it's like going from 1992 to 1998.
I also like Mr. Wumbo's comment. Angelic Squidward? Like, handsome Squidward? Yes. Yeah. Hmm. Any luck there, Brad?
No.
What if you just
Honestly.
unplug your headset? I feel like that's the easiest way to
Well, he
solve
needs
this.
to be able to hear. I like hearing through it is great. If he can hear through
Yeah.
it, that's fantastic. But
Yeah.
just change your input.
How's that?
This is the same. Change your input in Discord to like your computer.
Oh, I changed it to on my computer.
Change it
Yeah,
in
change it in
Discord.
Discord.
Yeah. Computer ain't gonna do nothing. Discord is its own law.
Neat.
Dion, what's on your shirt?
Mustard.
While you blow your nose.
So back in the day, you ever heard of like Jabot jeans, Jabot clothes? These were like real hot in the streets, like in the mid 2000s when Cameron was popping. So it's a Jabot shirt, the last one I owned, and honestly was the only one I ever owned. I've been going through old clothes. Yeah.
That's cool.
What about you? What's on yours? Is that some Ninja Turtle shit?
What the?
Is that a cryptid? This is a random cryptid?
That's just some 1970s shit.
Okay.
What is that? Slee stack?
Yeah, it's a slee stack from Land of the Lost.
I don't know either of those things, but okay.
Yeah.
It's very old. It's very old.
Oh god.
Nope, that's nothing.
Yeah, now we hear nothing from Mr.
All right, you keep
Brad.
trying, Brad, and then we'll let you know when we hear you. Meanwhile, I made a really great check. Can you tell me about what I know?
Right. Oh shoot. I was hoping to look up the answer to that question during the time that we've been doing this. You know that it's only been I would say you see it's more like 100 years or something, not an entire millennia, right?
It's only been like 100 years, you guys. It hasn't been a millennia. I just
That sounds about right.
yeah. So so there you go, Mr. Angel. What should we call you?
Oh, thank you for letting me know. My name is Natius. Nasius. Natius.
Natius.
And I am in your debt. But I must admit, I have some questions. How is it that you managed to free me? Have you defeated Bell or Zariel?
No, not yet, but this is part of the plan. We've freed you so that Zariel freaks out and comes running looking to see what happened. And while she's doing that, you want to come with us, Natius? We're going to go and we're going to meet with General Olanthius, and he's going to show us where Zariel's sword is.
Well, General Olanthius, I know of this name. I'm surprised he has survived.
Oh yeah, he's a survivor.
He's very pugnacious.
I high-fived the Bobby immediately.
Yeah. Inspiration? Come on, Emery. Where is it?
Make a let's go with a religion check. Religion check sounds about right.
A high five?
A high five?
Oh, I thought you wanted to religion check the high five. Sorry,
This is an unrelated religion check.
Oh yeah, I nailed it.
Okay. All right, so you got a 20 on religion. Okay, 20 on religion.
I mean, nobody else rolled. Everybody else could roll if they want.
Actually, is not quite good enough for this check.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
Nope. Okay.
Are you sure?
Don't worry, Glubjack is a religious guy.
Glubjack's got it.
Uh-huh. You can't hear him, but he's thinking of rolling.
He can still roll.
I imagine that Glubjag is in a trance state. And that his like he has a monologue, an internal monologue that he can hear, and he really wants to talk to us, but he can't.
Do you know what happened? Torm finally struck back through Glubjag, and this is just the Torm battle.
It's a Torm fueled fugue state.
Do we know for sure that he even has a built-in mic on his laptop?
He just assumed.
Yeah, he used it last time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just Oh,
there goes the roll. What did he get? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give this to him because this is dealing with a like a planar creature, and with his background as a that gives him advantage So he got a natural 20 with advantage, but that's still only a -1. Okay, yeah. So this is a check to know what this creature is. And it is a very powerful and very rare planar creature. So the DC of it is fairly high. And none of you guys actually reached it. With that history roll, though, you would have gotten it. But not with that religion. But not a huge deal. You can clearly tell it's an angel of some kind. You're not afraid that it's just going to start chopping you down and stuff, unless some of you guys are evil at heart.
Can I say to him, "Are you angel?"
Okay,
angel.
You get an inspiration for that. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, making Tenacious D references is a pretty good way.
I'm going to give my inspiration to Aaron because I thought his joke was funnier than mine.
Oh, in your face! Our friendship.
Well, I will take it.
I think I'm just immune to Aaron's jokes at this point. You know what I mean?
It could be.
That must be what it
He
is.
no longer recognizes brilliance.
Yeah, he's gatekeeping you, Aaron.
So it looks at you guys as you mentioned General Olanthius, and you sort of are dancing around the subject. So he looks like directly at Hamstone. He sees your holy symbol. What is it on your shield or your neck? I forget. Where's your holy symbol?
I keep my holy symbol on my center chest plate of my tight armor.
Okay. So he looks directly at you and says, "Sir Knight, I recognize the symbol of Torm across your breast. Tell me."
No, that's whore.
Whore. My bad. He says whore.
I scream, "Fuck Torm forever!" and I plunge my glaive into his abdomen.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was a brain fart, but I see the holy symbol of whore across your breast. Tell me, does Olanthius yet live?
Well, he does, because as all devils are a means to an end.
He he looks at you and says, "I am a planetar. I know when I am being lied to."
Well, what do you mean by live? I thought you meant like he's still kind of stomping around. He's not. I don't think he's alive. I think he's undead is the deal. But does he still exist? Like, did I kill him? No, I didn't kill him yet.
He sighs and there goes Brad. I guess he's deciding to restart. That might actually be a good idea.
Actually, yeah, getting out of Discord and coming back in might fix the problem.
Yeah. Nope. Didn't fix it. How? What is happening?
But you didn't leave completely. Try leaving completely. And like restarting Discord. Oh, you did. Okay.
Try restarting your computer. That'll do it. That should do it.
All right, we'll see you momentarily.
You should try starting. You should try starting a different campaign, Brad.
Go learn sign language and then come back.
And then we'll need to hire a translator to translate from sign language.
Dion did multiple years of sign language in high school. Finally, we remember how to finger spell. So,
so this planetar, whose name is Natius, he kind of looks at you with disappointment in his angelic eyes, as he realizes that that you've lied to him, and you get the feeling that these guys must be able to tell when someone lies to them.
Well, can I ask you a question, player to DM?
Yeah.
What did I lie about?
He's not alive. He asked if he is alive.
I misunderstood.
Gotcha.
That Well, I misunderstood. I wasn't entirely clear that he was undead in my head, and I was thinking about
the nature of
microphones and shit.
Yeah, that's fair. The nature of lying also is a little bit, subjective. It's kind of hard to be like, oh, that was definitely a lie, and it's like you didn't actually know, for sure, but you were pretty sure, but you didn't know for sure.
Well, I don't want to piss off the angel or the planetar. I don't want to piss off the planetar on a technicality. If I'm going to piss off the planetar, I want to do it on purpose.
So it looks at you. Natius looks at you and says, I understand that you are in a difficult situation here. Please tell me and avoid any lies. What is your purpose and how can I help?
Race, you want to field this one?
I think I can do this. Mr. Natius, our main purpose, I'm not gonna lie to you, do we start with the most altruistic goal? Depends on who you ask. Because what is a home if not a place to bring joy and good into the world? That's how this started. We wanted to get this home after we defeated some cultists, and now we want to save this entire continent, city of Eltero, from hell. And damn it if we're not trying to also save the lost soul of Zerial. It didn't start with those as the goals, but in life it's about the journey. And on the journey, like when a snowball goes downhill, it's small, and then all of a sudden it picks up a little some steam, some rocks, some shit. All of a sudden that snowball is as big as I am, if not bigger. That is our journey right now, to save to save the city from hell, and to save Zerial's soul. By the way, I was going to call you Pugnacious. I'm a halfling. I'm ridiculous. Mr. Natius, this is Lulu. Do you remember a Hollyphant? We have carried her without her memory. So if you want to know if we're good, if we had any kind of deviousness in us, we would have made goddamn Hollyphant steaks ages ago, because there's not a lot of good food in hell. And yet here she is. We're trying to save her memories. Save her old friend who, for the record, I never met her. She's kind of sounds like a bad guy, but I'm letting it slide because I trust my friend. And that's what our mission is.
Awesome. So go ahead and make a diplomacy check, and I'll give you advantage for the various
Which
things
one would you
mentioned.
choose for diplomacy? Persuasion?
Persuasion, right?
Okay.
Wait, is there no diplomacy in 5th edition? I get so confused. I keep playing all these different games.
Sheet. I could either do deception or persuasion. Those are my two big ones.
Persuasion. Yeah, so this would be a persuasion check.
Yeah. Ta-da!
Oh, wow. 29. That's great. Okay. So Natius smiles and floats sort of like, you guys are currently like flying in the air next to this companion orb, and he starts looking down as you mention Elturel and saving it from hell, and he looks back at you and says, then your quest is one that is worthy and your hearts are good. I will aid you in this quest. But first, I need to make sure there is no residual evil amongst you, for this place can taint even the purest soul. He sort of like, a tear sort of like falls down from his eyes as he mentions that. And he...
I slowly, if I'm anywhere near to Bobby, I slowly just kind of creep off to the side, back away from Bobby.
I just got what?
He casts a...
Hey guys, where you going? Guys?
I just ignore him.
I say, hey, Lulu, let's check this out.
I hold my shield up immediately.
Oh. It looks like he was about to start casting a spell, but you hold your shield up. And in your mind, you hear Gargoth say to you, no, don't do it. I can help you. I can help you.
You can't help me, fool. You're just going, yeah, you can help me in a bad way. I throw you out.
So you hold up this shield, and the Planetar says, what is this that you present to me?
This is a demon inside of a shield.
Oh shit, our faces are all super messed up. Oh, Brad is coming back. Is Brad coming back? Oh.
Great White Spark subscribed for 22 months and says if there were 10 naked planetars, you'd see Tenacious D. Tenacious D.
Tenacious.
So he says, I will let me see this evil. And he casts a spell. And you guys sort of see his eyes begin to glow. And many of you recognize this as being a very simple spell. It's detect good and evil. And he sort of recoils as he finishes casting the spell and looks at the shield of the hidden lord that you're holding. And a look of like disgust and anger crosses his face. And he says, why do you have this? And what is your intention with this?
Let me check. It's been a while since I got this, and I kind of don't remember why.
Mr. Natius, you are an ancient wise creature. Have you not had throughout your many journeys to conquer a greater evil, strange bedfellows who you may not have been with in normal circumstances but helped the greater good? When we first met the shield, we were in dire straits, and we never succumbed, and by we, the Bobby who's had it whispering in his ear for countless ages now, he never succumbed to temptation, to easy power. He is a good man, Genasi, and that's all I wanted to say. We are not carrying evil. That just want to throw my boy some bail. Yeah.
I would also like to point out that we rescued this unicorn, and I never rescued the demon inside the shield. I was simply using him to, like Ray said, protect myself and do good deeds. Although I may have some sort of a deal with this guy, I can't remember at the moment.
Yeah, you hear in your mind Gargoth speaking and saying, yes, you cannot give up on our deal. You made a deal with me, mortal. So you must protect me. I'm gonna roll a die here. I wonder if I can do this secretly.
All right, well, you do that. I'm going to tell you all that Chris Fail is here and says, great to see you all again. Drink, everyone who's drinking.
I'll grab that in a second. But Chris, by the way, I got that letter with the stickers in it. I wanted to say, and thank you so much, dude. My entire interactions with you are very nice. I love them. Now I got stickers on my laptop and my fridge, so appreciate you.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, let me get my big butt up. 1 second.
Gonna have a little fireball. Little fireball, Scarecrow.
Nice.
I am so sorry, Brad. Brad is still struggling with this.
And now there's no audio at all, even with the shitty mic?
There's no video or audio, apparently. And it's all my fault for attempting any amount of...
Oh, I think some of the fault belongs to me and the Razor Black Shark V2 wired gaming potato.
My sweet baby boy cook.
Gaming potato. I love it.
I mean, if it was actually potatoes, it might work just as well.
Oh, Lord. Let's see. Do I have a Gargoth? No. Oh, he's probably in the named characters, isn't he? Yes, named monsters. Oh my god, he's not. He's not even in the named monsters? Is that true? That's so weird.
An energy drink.
Oh, what kind of energy drink?
Dude, it's a watermelon monster, which I didn't know existed, but, you know, when in 7-Eleven, you gotta get a little sexy.
Right. Just a little.
I mean, listen, you can't get too crazy, but just crazy enough.
All right. All right, cool. Let's see. Okay, cool. So, yeah, Gargoth, I rolled a couple dice here, guys. Just some
Okay,
D20s.
wait, before you get into that, let's drink.
Okay, drinking.
Hey.
Brad, if you can hear us, drink a shot. It might help you solve the audio issue, or the video issue, whatever's happening now. Cheers, Chris. Thank you.
Cheers.
Tequila and orange soda. Wow. Hey.
Much better. Okay. I needed that shot so I could talk to an angel.
How do you talk to an angel?
With whiskey?
I think so. Either the angel or the toilet bowl. They're both white.
That's definitely how he's doing it right now.
You look finalized. That's clever, you son of a biscuit. Nice. Do you love orange soda? Yes, I do.
All right, so Gargoth is frantically telling you that you have a contract with him, and that you are not allowed to basically break that contract, or else there will be some dire repercussions.
Yeah, because Gargoth, think about this, man. He's gonna detect you. He gonna know that you're evil.
Yes, but you must protect me. Do not let him harm me in any way.
Well, how do you expect me to fight a giant angel man? I can't kill this guy.
He will listen to you. Convince him that you need me, because you do.
Do we hear him having a fight?
No,
I
this
was
is
just
all
about
in his
to
head.
ask.
On my head.
Oh, I thought he heard it in his head and he said the stuff out loud like a crazy person. My bad.
No, Dabobby isn't crazy. He's just Dabobby.
Mad genius scientist vibe. Okay.
Anyway, did the angel want to say more to me?
Well, he's kind of sitting there and waiting for your response, right? Well, actually, no. Race gave a response.
Yeah.
So Natius says, so this artifact of evil, it is assisting you in your quest in some way?
Yes. Yes, it saved us on numerous occasions. We would not even be able to be in the position that we're in to save Elturel if not for the usefulness and protection of this shield. Unfortunately, an unfortunate thing that we ended up with in our possession, but at least it didn't fall into the hands of someone of nastier ways.
Exactly. Think of it like we've used it as you would any weapon. In the hands of someone with malicious intent, a weapon will always do harm. But we've used this weapon only to further good.
Then I suppose it would make sense to use it until you need it no longer.
Yes, exactly.
When you do, bring it to me and I will handle it.
Oh, that's fantastic. I was wondering how I was going to deal with it, so I really appreciate your kind words and your incredible, fantastic understanding ways.
And your wings. Did you do those yourself? They just, oh man, pristine.
He ignores your flattery and says, I am but a tool for the orders of my God, and I am a tool of destruction. I can assist you in your quest, but I need to know for which job I may be best suited. You mentioned accompanying you with Olanthius, who is now undead. I, unfortunately, would be forced by my very nature to destroy him if I ever were to see him. So I will not be accompanying you with him.
It makes total sense.
Is there some other way I can be of assistance? He looks down at the city of Elturel and says, this place is being dragged down into Avernus by mighty chains. I believe I could lift it back into the material realm if but these chains were to be sundered. I am not certain I can sunder them myself.
Wow, hey, DeBobby.
Yeah.
Didn't Gargoth say that he could break the chains?
Yeah, but then I would actually have to make some sort of deal with him. I'm not sure I have a deal with him, but I would definitely have to make a deal with him then.
How about you make a deal with him? You say, like, the bargain is, like, you break these chains, or I'll throw you in the river Styx.
Wait, DeBobby, didn't you make a deal with him during our whole mummy rot incident? I feel like that would have been the only chance you would have, right?
No, I know, because what happened is during the mummy rod incident, he was like, I can help you, I can do this and I can do that, and I was just like, no way, dude, and I didn't take it.
Yeah, we were scrambling back then. I don't know what we agreed to.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, we didn't. I wasn't willing to take his deal. I never went that. I never did that. I'm a good and smart man.
You hear Gargoth in your mind, of course, arguing, saying that you did make a deal with him that you would free him and he would assist you in your quest. And the more you sort of hear him argue in your head, the more you sort of come to realize that, you know, maybe you didn't actually ever make an official deal. You probably made some verbal promises to each other, but you don't remember ever signing anything.
No, I definitely never signed anything. I would remember that. Perhaps some, there was some verbal agreement, but, nothing binding. Hey, Natius.
Yes.
This demon claims he can cut the chains. But then I would probably have to make some sort of, horrible pact, some evil pact with him that I don't want to make.
I certainly do not recommend making deals with devils.
Devils, yeah, devil, that's what I meant.
You mentioned that Zariel, you were going to try to redeem her. And while I do not know how that could be accomplished, the idea of redeeming a fallen angel is, of course, very honorable and noble and worth pursuit. I can assist you with that, perhaps. You had mentioned needing a distraction.
Truly. Yes. Also, do you recognize Lulu? Is there any way you can help us get her memory back? Because maybe that could help us save Zariel? I know I'm just shooting shots, but you're the most powerful creature I think that's been friendly towards us, honestly. So I'm just asking what a god could do for a halfling.
I am not a god, but I do recall Lulu. You, he looks at Lulu, were the steed and closest confidant to Zariel. How is it that you do not remember this? And Lulu says, well, that's the unfortunate thing. I don't remember why I don't remember. And Natius says, well, that is most troubling. Have the memories been returning at least? And Lulu's like, oh yeah, every time we do something really important, every step we take closer and closer to Zariel, I can feel the memories returning. And I think if I can just maybe see her up close and personal, maybe the sight of my former friend will return them all. And Natius says, well then, it seems to me like it would be a good thing to find Zariel, but I would be careful. She is far more powerful than even me. So you would have to have some pretty good plan if you were to face her.
Well, yeah, plan? Ooh.
We've had. I mean, I don't think the dinosaur plan works twice. I think that's a one shot. Oof.
Did you, I forget, did you actually mention the Sword of Zariel to him yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said Olanthius was going to help us find Zariel's sword.
Okay. So he says, Zariel's sword, what is the significance of it? I have been trapped ever since her fall.
Zariel's sword is an item that the significance of which is that you have see what it is she had this sword when she came into hell with the Hell Riders, and then she turned evil. And if you look at the cover of the book Descent into Avernus, there she is, and there's her sword. And so we're gonna.
It's like a kid in a classroom trying to was fucking around and he's crying.
A Tale of Two Cities is actually about these two separate cities that are kind of one. That's the same energy.
Look,
the best of times.
I don't know what the significance of the sword is. All I know is that if we get the sword, we stand a better chance of redeeming Zariel.
I remember Sir Natius is when she lost the sword during her fall, she lost herself. Like the sword is kind of like a I'm sure you and your angel buddies have had some, when people like lose part of their memory, there's like certain things like totems or that can snap them back. I think her sword still has enough holy energy to draw her from the depths of evil. That's kind of what I've gathered. I don't know if Dababi or Lulu have any inkling to help out. Glumjag is currently going through some shit, so we're just gonna let my buddy rock. But he's gonna at some point have a lot to say. But in the moment, I believe that sword is just a way to help cut through, metaphorically speaking, the darkness and save her angelic soul.
He considers this and says, you may be right. It could possibly contain what remains of the goodness that once flourished in her soul. The sword has been hidden away, I gather, and you are attempting to find it. If a artifact of such power and such goodness still remains here in Avernus, it must be very well hidden or very well protected. And no doubt there are others who must seek it as well, if only to destroy it. Very well. I believe your plan may have a chance of success. I will aid you. I will distract Zariel, even though it may result in my destruction. Before I go and attempt this, is there anything you would ask of me? I do have some magical powers that may be useful to you now.
Reach my hand out as I look at Mr. Natius, and I ask if there is any power, any wisdom you can bestow upon me to help in this journey. I would humbly take it. And then I take a knee. Oh, no. First, I get a little tear in my eye because I'm dramatic, if nothing else. And then I pull out that old stick that we called Coslow Shillelagh, and I was like, this has been a journey that's not been without loss on our end as well. We're putting everything on the line. We all or nothing for us. There was a great man we had, a druid. He died so that I and the rest of us could see another day, and also because our friend's not the best driver, but mostly so we could see another day. And if you have any abilities or wisdom you can put into this shillelagh that I carry in remembrance, it would be the greatest honor.
I accidentally clicked this this button here. But he hears you say that you have a dead friend, and he says, I perhaps could do you one better. I could bring him to life.
Oh, we got a bucket full of them, don't we?
We did have a bucket of cars.
We have multiple buckets. We have some Titan's blood. We have a bucket of Kozlo.
Some Clem.
How long has your friend been slain?
Give or take. It was post Titan's blood, pre-unicorn save, so I'd say about a month and a half.
Oh, he sighs, and another tear sort of rolls down his cheek, and he says, Alas, I do not have the power to return one who has been dead for that long. The limit of my magic is but a mere 10-day. Which is what they use instead of weeks, by the way. Trivia, Forgotten Realms.
Oh, okay. A 10-day.
I will gladly pray for your friend's soul. I cannot, unfortunately, bestow any magic into your shillelagh, but I could perhaps commune with my god to perhaps ask questions, one of which may be whether your friend's soul is safe.
To know his soul is safe. Also, what is the name of your god? I hate to be picky, but...
He smiles and says, Why, the benevolent and powerful Torm.
You know, these guys said that Kozlo was really into Torm right up till the end, and then they got real sad because he died.
They had a complicated relationship, Kozlo and Torm, but it would be good to know what's happening with Kozlo right now and his soul.
Okay.
Since you have a direct line to Torm.
I do.
Direct line to Torm would have been... And then Race walks off.
I can ask Torm 3 questions. These must be questions that will be able to be answered with a single word. And Torm will grant me the correct answers. So,
I got one.
Oh.
If when we get Zariel's sword, is the best course of action to strike her with her sword?
Okay. The questions have to be asked one right after the other. So that can be the first question.
Okay.
Think of 2 more.
Is Kozlo at peace?
Okay.
And then our third question can be more, goal-oriented if we want.
Sure. We got the sword question. We got the Kozlo question. What would be the third question?
Clubjag would know, but he's in a trance.
Yeah, he's really locked in. Right now, he's harnessing all of his past battles for the final fight.
It says in Discord that he's like deafened himself. Isn't that what that means? It's got a dash through his headphones icon.
Yeah, he's probably still trying to figure out how to unravel the Razer audio nut.
Well, it's certainly not going to help him if he's deafened himself in Discord.
No.
Maybe he doesn't realize that. Well, no, he must know that.
You'd think, because he definitely didn't start off deafened.
No.
Will Clubjag ever awake from his evanescence rest? Says to Florhane. Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
All right. The only other, I was gonna say, the current plan that we're enacting. Do all of us make it out alive?
he says, well, that is a question that no one can answer because it is that depends on your choices. It depends on too many variables. These questions cannot be used to tell the future. They can only be used to tell what is currently happening or what has happened. If that makes sense.
It does. It does.
Okay.
Fellas, you want to toss in some suggestions? I want everybody to come home. That's the main gist of my jizz. No one says that. That's not a thing people say.
How about this? How about this, guys? If we don't save Zariel, if we don't save Zariel...
Wait, I got it.
Yeah,
Is it still possible to save Zariel? That's what we got to ask.
Ooh.
Because that's the question that's been hot on everybody's minds. Is it
That's true.
possible to save Zariel, or is it too late?
Okay.
Is it possible to save Zariel? That's a yes or no question.
Damn it. I should have used my question for beachfront property rental assistance. I knew.
Oh, well, we got a 5 Entertainment says when you get a break of the story, shot incoming, check PayPal. I think we might as well do that now.
You
For
handsome
Jason.
devil.
Shot for Jason.
Hey, turn it up, Jason.
To the most convoluted path to home ownership in the history of the universe. Probably could have just gotten a job at Fantasy Costco and saved enough money to pay for the mansion in cash by now. Cheers.
Yeah.
Not with how fantasy capitalism is paying 12 shillings an hour. Get out of here.
And plus tips.
Yeah.
But you're going to get taxed on those. Unfortunately, we have an 85% tax here in Avernus. The lowest income brackets are taxed the highest.
Yeah. In this world, it's a lot harder to, use capitalism to your advantage. It's much better to go do a mission in hell and
Do
then
crimes?
and then just to come back and own a mansion. That's the way to do it.
And that dude is still alive, right? Didn't we save him from some zombies or something?
Who?
The guy who owns the property. You remember
Nice.
Oh, we murdered him.
We saved his. No,
Oh, we did murder him. Huh?
Is that a skull? That's
Yeah,
awesome,
that's a
dude.
little
That's
skull
so
in
cool.
Oh,
That's
get
like the
hell outta
coolest
here.
shot glass ever. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Look at that
I
guy.
love that. Pour that bad boy into your body.
That Crystal Skull Indiana Jones vibe.
Nice. I love
That's
that
the
shot
only one I've ever
glass.
seen.
Yeah, see that guy.
That's
Thank you
awesome.
very much, 5 Entertainment. Nick, you're awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to be playing D&D with Nick and his crew. Coming up next.
Oh,
I think it's
nice.
next weekend already. I have to look at the calendar.
Hey,
Nice.
But it's coming up. Yep. I'm looking
That's-
forward to it.
Yeah,
you
man.
should, man. Those guys are great.
I actually am going to be a guest on a Pathfinder 2nd Edition podcast.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
a friend of mine who was one of my first dungeon masters that I ever had because I was a forever DM, for most of my life. So this is one of the first people who actually was a dungeon master for me. I played in a Pathfinder campaign that was set in Eberron, so it was kind of using 3.5 rules mixed with Pathfinder rules. But anyways, I haven't seen him in years, and he just randomly messaged me last week, being like, "Hey man, how you doing? I have a Pathfinder podcast. Do you want to be an NPC and show up for one episode?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, that's so cool." And at first I thought it was oh, he knows that I do a podcast for D&D, and he kind of is hoping to do a little bit of cross pollination or whatever. But he didn't even know that I do this. So I was like, by the way, I also have a podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm excited to do that.
Synergy.
Yes. I wonder if they have as many issues with audio as we do.
I can't imagine anybody has as many issues with audio as we have.
Yeah, no.
I can't imagine that. I can't fathom
Okay.
it.
Now we need Glubjag's input for this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attempt to get him on the line.
Yeah, this is.
I got a direct line to Glubjag. Maybe you should call him Jason.
I could, but you're calling him right now.
Yeah, he's not going to answer. He only answers if you call.
He doesn't answer you? What did you do to him, Aaron?
I don't do anything. Brad never answers his phone.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, this is Brad Knight of the Monkey Business Institute. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I will get back to you.
Hey, Glubjag, this is DeBobby. We got this angel here, and we need a third question. We need your help. Help! Glubjag!
I know what the third question should be. How do we get Glubjag's fucking microphone to work? Right?
It has to be a yes or no question. Will we get Glubjag's
His
microphone?
one-word answer would just be nope.
Oh, man.
This is going to take some more effort to solve these problems.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be back in 2016, you could just buy a thing and it would fix your problems. But now you have to buy a thing and have it fail, and then you're like a month after the return date on the thing. So then you're stuck with the thing that doesn't work, and then you've got to spend more money to get a thing that does work. That's how 2022 works.
It's not. I mean, that's not untrue. I mean, actually, even when Emery and I bought these mics, I've had this mic for like 14 years.
Yeah.
But even when we first bought them, there were things that we had to figure out while using before we got them to run perfectly. So
Yeah. And then once we figured it out, we literally don't touch anything that has to do with them forever and ever. Yeah.
It's true, Brad. If you want to just come over to my house and sit next to me, we can do this. That would work.
That's true. Remember that was a suggestion I made, Jason. I was like, why doesn't Brad just go over to Aaron's house every time we play this, and Aaron just sets up a little recording booth for him, and I know that's kind of a pain in the butt, but that might be less of a pain in the butt than dealing with this kind of problem.
It might be.
I don't know.
I was just thinking he would sit in the chair next to me and we'd take turns using my microphone.
Yeah.
But we might be able to do that. It's just a matter of making that work via Discord. I think we could, because he could sign into his own Discord on his own computer.
Yep.
Yeah, that would probably work. Probably manage one extra.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's curious because I've tried to text him, you've tried to call him. He's in Discord still.
Deafened.
Yeah.
I get the feeling he gave up and was like, well, I don't want to, if I leave Discord, it totally messes with their cameras. So I'll just stay in Discord and deafen myself. That way it doesn't mess with
I think
characters.
he's out. So we should just keep going.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't think he's coming back.
That kind of seems to be.
But there's 2 shots left that Chris sent, so I'm going to have one.
Okay.
Who wants the other one?
You or I?
Want to roll for it?
All right. Dude, let's go. We're going to do a D100.
Oh, yeah. D100.
How do you sound so extra confident? Wait a minute. Hold on. I bamboozled myself. My birth year. Let's go. Oh,
nice.
Dude, you want to talk about some freaky spiritual shit? I'm 34, born in 88. Hey, man. I don't know what that means. I ain't got none right now, but give me a minute.
Great White Spark says, I bet Brad's ordering a Depression Dungeon pizza. That's entirely possible. That actually is possible.
Wow. Yep. Probably. Well, if we have decided that Brad is definitely not going to be coming back, I could rearrange.
We don't know.
Don't know? Okay.
We don't know.
Then
Can you save this presentation and then fix it?
I think that'd be a lot of work.
Zeg says, "Yeah, forget it. Let's not worry about it. We'll just we're gonna be off kilter on our cameras for the rest of stream." So
anybody tuning into this for the first time will be like, "Why is the player playing Glubjag Dreggrom. Why is he the one doing all the talking and the dungeon master isn't saying shit?
Jason, can you download a picture of Emery to your phone and just hold that up? And Emery, you do the same.
All right. Well, the planetar waits patiently for you to come up with your 3 questions here. One of them was going to be something. Oh. You did it. You did it. The crazy bastard did it.
All right, you got to talk. He's animating you. Go.
Okay. So, one of the questions was going to be when we find Zariel's sword and bring it to her, is the proper thing to do hit her with it, roughly. Second question was going to be, is Koslo happy and safe wherever his soul is? And the third question was going to be something about your house, maybe?
No. Is Zariel savable?
Is Zariel able to be redeemed?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
You want those 3 questions?
Yeah, I want them 3 questions. Let's do it.
All right. So
Lock it in.
Bibbidi bobbidi, what?
Jam Sauce subscribed for 46 months, and Mr. Zeg says once he's had his Juan Quist, he'll be full of ideas.
All right. So the planetar, you're all still floating up in the air high above El Terrell. So he sort of like kneels in midair and begins to pray. And you don't hear him say anything. You just can hear him sort of focus. And after about a minute of thoughtful prayer and contemplation, he opens his eyes again and looks at you and says, "Your friend's soul, unfortunately, is unable to be seen by Torm. Now, this does not mean that necessarily it is destroyed, but Koslo's soul is in jeopardy." That was the bad news. The good news is Torm says Zariel is still able to be redeemed, but you shouldn't hit her with her sword.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's good news. We probably would have done that right off the bat. Try to stab her. Look, guys, I don't know anything about this Koslo guy, but that seems kind of shitty.
Yeah, his soul being threatened and in trouble is not good.
He was the best of us, frankly. Like, it's in the mouths of evil, as the group does. He always felt a little bad about it. You could tell in his eyes. He didn't always want to piss, but he did because he's a team player.
Natius, what does somebody have to do to save a soul like that guy, Koslo?
Well, your friend died here in Avernus, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, souls that die in Avernus have a much higher likelihood of not being able to make it to their proper plane. Perhaps his soul was captured by a devil or demon on this plane. His soul perhaps is trapped in a soul coin, or a far worse potential is that his soul has been turned into some sort of devil itself.
Well, that's horrible.
Damn.
You will need powerful divination magic to figure out where his soul is.
No, this is good, Emery. We are now in the proper positions. I think we should just do this
Fucking Aaron.
for the rest of the night. This is awesome.
This seems like a quest in and of itself. The finding and saving of Koslo's soul. Almost like it could be another campaign entirely.
Oh yeah. We were just curious, just asking questions. Wasn't actually going to do anything about it. Nice, Aaron. Oh, I think somebody's calling you.
Who is that on your phone?
That's him. That's Aaron.
What?
Dressed up like a
Kozlo.
sweet boy.
Kozlo, it's me, the Bobby.
It's Glubjack.
I mean, Glubjack. Sorry, I was distracted because we were talking about Kozlo. Oh, well, we've got news for you about Kozlo's soul, Glubjack. You're gonna shit your pants.
What?
Kozlo's soul is in jeopardy. He might be being turned into a demon.
That can't happen.
I know. It sounds like we might have to have a mini adventure sometime and take care of it. But anyway, we got some information from Torm.
Oh, the god Torm.
Yeah, the god Torm helped us out for the first time ever.
Wow.
I know. All right. I gotta get back to the adventure, so I'm gonna hand you over to Aaron.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, it's me, Brad. What's going on?
I can't get anything to work. I've been trying diagnostic after diagnostic.
Do you just want to
will not work at all.
Do you just want to drive over here and sit next to me?
I don't know, dude. I'm extremely frustrated at this point, and honestly, exhausted.
If you come over here, though, you can just sit next to me. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I have
dog
snacks.
is whining too. I gotta take care of my dog.
Bring your dog
before I come over. Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
This is the problem with fucking Razer brand shit. They make you download all their shit. They make you download this software, and then if something doesn't work and you try to stop using it, they like fucking completely destroy your whole system. They're like, oh, you can't.
They just put a virus on his computer or something.
Oh,
it's a toxic relationship, man. It's either them or nobody. Like Torm. It's all coming back to fucking Torm, man.
Ranger Ron says, going to be a fun podcast episode, this one.
Yeah.
I mean, there's already been some big moments. We found out Kozlo's in the thick of it. We released Noxious that guy and
Natius.
The good news, you guys, is that this whole campaign has just been a test run for the next campaign, in which we'll have all of our issues worked out, and then it's going to be a flawless victory.
Yeah.
Yep. Technology only gets easier to use, they say.
Actually, why we got all this new technology is because we're trying to make improvements, and whenever you try to make improvements, there's always,
it's
a struggle.
It's going to be like Star Trek: The Next Generation. The first season, borderline unwatchable. Everything after that, amazing. And it's because they worked through all their problems in that first season. Yeah.
I'm just getting into Star Trek because of the Lower Deck show. I love it. And I'm kind of digging what Star Trek has to offer. Like, I'm getting it, I think, yeah. I've heard Cisco's where I should start from a buddy who watches Star Trek, so I don't know who that is, but
Nice. Yeah, I started with the original Star Trek and then just kind of...
Oh, like the old Kirk?
Yep.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, and then I watched them like in order, not like in universe order, but just in order that they were released, in reality. And,
in universe order.
Because there are some that take place like in the past, right? Like Enterprise, that takes place before even the original series, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I could be wrong about which one it is that takes place before the original series. I felt like maybe it was Enterprise, but anyways, I stopped watching at that one because I just didn't like it very much. But Picard is good. I like Picard. Yeah.
So at the end of this season of Rated RPG, we're going to fire Tasha Yar, and we're going to... What the fuck was that? That was
you
weird.
just had a weird cutout.
I know, but like I could hear myself too. It was really strange.
Yeah,
There must
that
be
was-
is there a meteor coming for our planet? That's the only thing that explains all the stuff that's happening.
It's October. Listen, like Mr. Wombo said, it's spooky season, and the spookiest thing of all is our I can't talk. That's the spookiest thing. Is I'm losing my fucking mind, and I don't have any way to stop it. Yeah.
Guys, we heard something out of Brad's microphone or out of his.
Oh,
Yeah, we heard
We
something
did, but-
briefly.
But wait, now
Now,
He hasn't given up. He's still trying to sort this out.
he's
Brad.
a fighter.
we heard
Can
something.
I assist him? I
Brad.
want to assist. Give him advantage on this check.
Do it, please. Give him inspiration, something.
Brad, I'm giving you inspiration to fix this.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a bardic inspiration too for a fail save. Why not? All of our things.
Unfortunately, Brad is clearly not proficient in whatever skill this is that it takes to get his microphone
Engineering?
working. Yeah, an engineering check. Yeah,
engineering, yeah, exactly.
so clearly not proficient in it. So he's working with plus
Who
0,
is,
plus
though?
1, something.
All right. Well, he's still working on everybody, so it's cool.
Hey, it's a Thursday.
Let's roll. Let's roll.
All right, we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. Okay, so you guys have received the answers from Torm, from the Planetar, and he says, I, in addition, can cast a few other spells that you may find useful. I can dispel evil and good. So if there are any things that you need dispelled, if there's any healing I can give you, I can do that. If not, I will be on my way.
I think we're good for the moment.
Okay.
Lulu, can you think of anything knowing what this planetar can do?
She thinks about it and she's like, well, you could maybe try dispelling whatever it is that is messing with my memories. And the planetar says, yes, I will try. And he floats over to Lulu and flapping his mighty wings, he touches her with a hand, and his eyes begin to glow with a holy radiance, and so does his hand. And you guys are almost blinded again by the light pouring forth from his body, and it washes over Lulu, and she's like, I remember. Nothing. I don't remember anything.
Oh, damn it!
I was trying to manifest it, but and he says, a pity, but I believe you will find your memories again, Lulu. Find Zariel, bring her sword, and you may find her redeemed as well as yourselves. Fare thee well, then, adventurers.
If you survive this distraction, can you do we have a way to contact you so we can get some help lifting the city back up?
I will every day make sure to arrive here back at El Terrell. I know there's no way to really track time down here, but I will do my best to remain in this area. So you should be able to see me flying around in the sky, probably getting my ass kicked by Zariel. But I'm going to do what I can to survive.
Okay. All right, we'll keep an eye out for you, and we're gonna try to, get this going quick so we can redeem Zariel, and hopefully you won't, we don't want you to get too beat up or nothing.
Perfect. Thank you. Every day that goes by is more chances that I will be defeated, and Zariel will no longer be distracted.
All right.
Geez, look at the time. Guys, we gotta go.
All right, we're out of
See
here.
you later, Natius.
Make haste, adventurers. He looks over at towards a direction, let's say northeast. And you guys can see actually that a rolling sort of black thundercloud is coming towards you, very far off in the distance.
Zariel's rolling coal coming at us in her truck.
He says, "She is coming. Quickly, be gone." And he flies off towards the thundercloud, sword in hand.
All right. Let's go talk to Olanthius.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
You guys fly on down to the ground and get inside of your infernal war machines and pop in some more soul coins so that they
fresh
can.
soul coins.
Exactly.
Oh,
Hello, hello,
Hello, Brad.
Oh my God, there's bread,
hello.
and you sound great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Me, I don't see or hear him at all.
You don't hear him? I can hear him.
All right, I'm coming back.
No, man.
He's there. I swear to God, he's there.
He's totally there.
I believe you.
You should
I was like,
What if you right click on him, Dion, and then
You might be able to change his
Now-
user volume up. Yep.
yeah, control click or whatever click, right click.
yeah, it's. Let's see, right. It's always with the right click. Hey,
Yeah,
his user volume is at max.
Oh, okay.
I have him at max as well.
Yeah,
but you heard
this,
him, right?
Thing isn't even blinking on ours.
I heard him.
Say some more things,
hello?
Brad.
Yeah, we hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
Club
All right,
Jag.
Great. Excellent.
Oh, thank
got-
God.
I got sucked
As
into
long
it.
as you guys can hear him, good
Got a
enough.
vortex.
I'll live.
You got sucked into a what?
A vortex.
Okay. All right. Well, we're glad you're back with us. Have you tried your video?
No, working on it.
Sweet.
Weird. Dion can't hear him at all.
What the?
That's a Discord thing, probably.
Yeah, because like you know how when people are talking, even if you can't hear them, you can see their like
Yeah.
little like icon blink. None of that. None of that.
Should Dion go
Well,
in and out of Discord?
I
at
think he
this point?
should.
Probably, although.
Hello?
Oh my God.
It looks like his
Here.
screen just changed. It's like he
You
might
can
be
see
putting
him?
his
You
camera
can't
on.
see him?
I can't see him. It's doing that like
Okay.
I can see him. Yeah, say a word, please.
Hello?
Nothing. Nada.
We can hear
Okay.
you though, Brad. So Dion,
All right, so
yeah,
Dion,
you should leave.
You click in, click out, click in.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Great to have you back, Brad.
Now Dan will never be able to get back in. That's it.
This is exactly how I thought the stream was going to go. Exactly.
All right.
Oh.
You mean this part or the part of the last 2 hours?
The last 2 hours.
Okay.
All right, I can hear you, Brad. Awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
Oh hell
God.
yeah! Called it.
You know, this is hell. Hell is just messing with us.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, you guys.
Now,
All right,
I
let's
has-
all pretend we're on cocaine and play Dungeons and Dragons. Ready? We're gonna
Oh,
speed
hold
the
on,
fuck through
let me-
all this. Here we go.
I hesitate to say this, but Brad, is there any way you could tilt your camera down a little bit? We have a lot of headspace above your head.
You could fit a whole other Brad up above you there.
Okay.
I
Two
kind of
Brads
liked
at
it.
the same time, man.
I thought he looked cute like that, but he looked pretty good like this too, Brad. Good job.
Who cares about details at this point?
Okay, maybe we should catch Brad up.
Okay, so here's what happened. We freed this guy. He's a planetar, and his name is Natius.
Yes.
And Natius was like, "Oh, hey, you guys seem pretty cool. What's going on?" And we told him what we're planning on doing. We're planning on getting Zariel's sword, and Olanthius is going to help us. And he's like, "Olanthius? Is he still alive?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's still alive." And he's like, "You're lying to me. He's undead." And I'm like, "That's a technicality." And then he looked at DeBobby's shield and was like, "That's evil." And then DeBobby was like, but I can explain." And I'm paraphrasing all of it. But
I
in
held
the
it
end,
up to him. I didn't
Yeah.
just like let him find me out.
no, he explained that the shield is a means to an end, and Natius was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then
All right.
he said, I am in contact with my God, and my God can answer 3 questions. They have to be yes or no questions." And we were like, "Who's your God?" And he's like, "Torm." And we were all like, "Fuck Torm forever." But still, he told us that Kozlo's soul is in jeopardy. We asked about Kozlo. Was Kozlo at peace? And he's like, no, Kozlo's soul is in jeopardy because he died down here in hell. He might be in a soul coin, or maybe he's been turned into something nasty. Anyway, we might find out. I don't know. And then we asked him if we're supposed to stab Zariel with her sword, and he said no. And we asked, what was the other question?
If Zariel could be redeemed.
If Zariel could be redeemed, and the answer was yes.
And we already made a tenacious pun and a pugnacious pun, and Jason referenced Tenacious D and got inspiration point, despite the fact that my pun was better. So Jason gave me the inspiration point.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this Planetar's name?
Nacious.
Got it. All right.
Nacious.
All right, so you can think of any other puns, you're free to use them, but I just updated you on which puns have been.
Also,
Anyway, then-
he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
he went to
gone
go
now.
fight Zariel.
He's trying to distract Zariel, and he said, "Get booking, boys, because you got no time."
He's still on my map.
Yeah, he's not there though. He left.
Okay.
That's just like that's like that, like when Roadrunner takes off and there's that little smoke-shaped Roadrunner.
The Scooby
That's
Doo
left
run
behind.
before they take off.
Yeah.
Did he make that noise like?
Yeah, he did. He pretty much did, actually. Yeah, he took off.
Okay.
He was like a
Those are
shot,
powerful creatures.
like a
those Planetars.
shot from heaven.
They are powerful.
Oh yeah, he said he could. He said he could lift the city of Elturel back up into the material plane if we could figure out how to break the chains.
Oh.
And I told him that the devil in my shield could do it, but he was like, no.
Yeah.
This has been so stressful. I'm gonna take a shot of cheap cream de menthe.
Do it. This is from Sloth. This is a Sloth shot that you're owed.
Brad's
Thanks,
rolling back the clock to when he was 16. There.
I like that you're using a mini mug for your shots.
Yes.
Mr. Zeg says, important detail. Also, the Planetar was an angelic, sexy Squidward. That's what he looked like.
Yeah.
Gotta know.
All right.
He
With
also
all this
said,
excitement, I also gotta let my dog out to pee quick.
okay.
Never see him
All right.
again.
Goodbye, Brad.
All right, well, he got all his stuff working, but now Brad has to go. Bye.
Look, the first rule of entertainment: leave him wanting more, man. He's got it.
Oh, Jesus. All right, well, I guess we should wait for him. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to catch him up again once he
No,
gets
it's fine
here.
because we just give us the options for what we're doing so that we
gotta
can
go to Atlanta, right? That's what we're doing.
Olanthius,
That's
yeah.
Atlanta.
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 Mentos,
All right.
the fresh maker.
We're gonna go to Atlanta and we're gonna hit up Dragon Con.
All right, well, you guys use more soul coins to fuel your engines, and you take off. What?
When the soul coins scream and moan in agony, do any of them sound like Kozlo?
Put that evil on him.
You're definitely thinking that every time you load one in now, but it's hard to tell.
No, is Kozlo a soul coin?
I don't want to burn my boy.
I mean, if we're gonna, he'd still be a part of the adventure that way, and he already got burned once. We might as well burn him again.
Yeah, well, you know that.
That's the shield talking, damn it. I know.
You know that when a soul coin is used to fuel one of these things, the soul is permanently destroyed to the point where it would take divine intervention to bring the soul back. They would have to create a new soul for Kozlo.
And that wouldn't be Kozlo at that point, right? When is the soul not the person we remember?
Yeah.
Well,
I know.
we're getting too existential, I guess, on this episode, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but my question is, what kind of mileage are we going to get off Kozlo's soul?
Well, he's a druid, so probably like 45 miles to the
yeah,
gap.
really eco-friendly.
You won't be able
pretty
to
good.
go
That's
very
pretty good.
fast, though.
No, that's true. Yeah, and we'll
Not
probably
much
get
like towing capacity either,
we risk getting killed in a firestorm for sure.
All right, so you tear across the plains, heading towards the Crypt of the Hell Riders, where Olanthius is patiently waiting for you. When you arrive there, you quickly go down into the tomb and open the door, and Olanthius is waiting just silently and still, almost
Colder
like
than
he
the fifth
hasn't
layer of hell out
moved.
there.
What?
Colder than the 5th layer of hell out there.
Ha! That was a good hell joke.
Your camera did the up movement thing again.
Yeah,
There we go.
perfect.
Cool. Okay. Olanthius. We update Olanthius right quick.
Okay,
We give him all the goods.
perfect. He says, "Then we must make haste. Quick, follow me."
Okay.
And he manifests a shadowy steed just out of nothing and hops on its back and just begins to ride as fast as your motorcycle, Dababi.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, he's just tearing across the fields here, and you guys
All right.
follow Olanthius. He has to slow down a little bit just so that the guys in the slower vehicle can catch up with him.
Sheesh. Hauling ass.
Can you do a wheelie? Like this?
Make a check. Make a dexterity
Yeah,
check.
you're gonna do a stunt check.
Stunt.
This is how we lose the Bobby to a
Oh,
terrible
dexterity
accident.
check. I'm the best at this.
Stunt.
Stun.
Stunt.
There we go.
Stunt.
Big stun.
Roll a
Oh
3.
no! Oh no!
No!
Oh boy.
If you die, you deserve it.
All right, make a dexterity saving throw to recover from this.
Oh my goodness.
Right. Okay.
Well, you just rolled a dexterity save. You gotta. That should have been a dex check,
Oh.
right?
Yeah. I was trying to do. I should have done a dex check.
Yeah.
How come your head just turned into a flaming skull?
Oh,
All right. There's my dex check.
No, that's your dex. That's a dexterity save.
Wait,
Oh,
There it
wow.
is.
no,
There
it's
it
coming
is.
up. It's coming up.
Okay.
There's my dexterity. That's my actual dexterity.
What is happening? All right.
Okay,
well,
that was my
that is-
dexterity attempt to do a wheelie.
all right.
I pressed the wrong thing.
I kind of want to look up what actually happens here, but
Yeah.
I
you
kind
said
of
you
Yeah.
a flame tornado.
Do
I
it.
swear.
DC 10 dexterity
Cookie dick.
check using the bike's dexterity. So what was the first number you rolled on your D20?
This is my
Aaron?
gingerbread ogre that I made for beer and board games, and I'm going to eat some of it.
Oh snap!
You rolled
His
a
little penis.
One leg's already been eaten, but you can see the dick and balls.
Oh wait, you made a cookie with dick and balls?
Yeah.
Nice.
Why did you start with the leg instead of the dick?
Well, the leg has more chocolate on it because I put for the outfit. I put more like it's melted chocolate chips.
All right, Aaron, the die you rolled, the first die you rolled was a 3, right?
Yeah.
Well,
So you got a total of a 7 because you used the bike's dexterity. So 3 plus 4 is 7. That is a failed stunt. But luckily, you didn't fail it by 5 or more, so you don't wipe out. Instead, you try to do a wheelie, and you get the wheel about like 7 inches off the ground when suddenly you almost lose control. And you slam the wheel down on the ground again and begin wibbly wobbling back and forth like some sort of loser. And you go, ah, 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 and everybody starts laughing.
Hey, what a loser.
Hey, look at this.
Oh my god. I was trying to do a wheelie. Sorry, guys. I'm not as cool as I thought.
I can't hear him over the sound of my laughing at him.
All right, it wasn't that funny, you guys. Shut up. I floor it and try to burn the rest of Kozlov's soul up.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna eat his dick.
Oh, yeah, eat that dick. Eat it up.
Hey,
Was that for the Great British Baking Show?
Uh huh.
that Mexican week being the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god, seriously.
Pico
so dumb.
del Gallo? What are we doing? Come on, folks.
It was just an embarrassment. It wasn't even baking either. It was just so dumb.
Yeah, like I was wondering what kind of like mystical baking Mexican stuff they're gonna make, and it was just regular shit.
And they
Well, not
weren't.
regular because they
Just
butchered
like-
it.
Yeah.
I want them to do a soul food one next season and just. I need to see one of them try to do like some collard greens and just die on the inside. I need that in my life. I really do. I need someone to like have a big Mama's House story. I just need it.
All right, I need somebody to roll a d6 for me, please.
I got you. I'm feeling lucky. All right, no glove check. Go ahead. You haven't rolled all day.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Jason
pretty
beat
good.
us too, and he said, "Fuck you guys.
Wow.
You're taking too long."
Well, you guys don't know what this is for, so I'll let you choose. Do you want to take this 4, or do you want to let Glubjig roll it?
Let Glubjig roll it.
All right.
All right.
It's gonna be bad.
Oh,
Ah!
let's go.
All right. After 6 days of traveling,
Oh, 6 is bad.
Are you serious?
yeah, you guys are starting to run low on soul coins. You start to believe that perhaps you won't really be able to make it much all the way back from this journey. At least not without going on foot.
I mean, I could get to like Argentina from here in 6 days on a car.
Yeah, you begin to wonder, actually, by day 4, if Olanthius actually knows where he's taking you. And by the 6th day, you're seriously considering, maybe this bitch lied to us.
He's all like, no, it's just up ahead. It's just beyond this next ridge.
And we passed the same ridge twice now. Where are we going?
But Lulu calmly reminds you, well, boys, he did say that this place is hard to find. You know, maybe this is why it's, taken so long for anyone to find it. But on the end of the 6th day, you guys see something very disturbing off in the distance. A great, disgusting scab is really the best way you can describe it. The size of a large hill rises up from a stinking swamp of blood. The domed top of an alabaster temple pokes through the scab. Many black iron chains of Avernus converge on the building, attaching within the grotesque mound. Olanthius sort of raises his fist in the air, which you guys have come to know means we should come to a stop. And you slow down and eventually stop. He dismounts his spectral steed, which disappears the moment his feet touch the ground. And he says to you, "We are here. It is the scab." And he points at it. "This is where you will find the sword of Zeriel. It is buried somewhere inside the temple that is slowly being consumed by Avernus."
Well, we better rip this scab off.
True. I asked, hey, Olanthius, so we've had Natius, he's been distracting Ariel. Do you have any idea if he is still alive? Because this is all on a timer. We just want to know if she's gonna sneak in while we're downstairs.
So you guys probably told him a little bit about this before 6 days went by, because he probably would have asked, like, whoa, what's the distraction you got, or whatever. So he says, I do not know whether Natius has been successful for these last few days. Perhaps he has been able to distract her this whole time. We have only to hope that he was able to do that. I am going to leave immediately, so that if she does turn her gaze towards me, I will not be in this area.
Yeah,
That
that's
is-
good.
All right, yeah, we're gonna do that too. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody back on the bikes. Let's.
This huge oozing hillside scab is making me feel a little nauseous, actually.
All right, I'll give you inspiration for that there, Brad.
All right.
There you go. You found a new nauseous pun.
Hey, listen, we take them how they come. All right, this is what we came for. That's all I got.
All right.
Let's do it.
Do we have any way to determine where this sword might be? Like any sort of spells or anything? Glubjeg, I don't know what you got, but
Tech magic.
Let's see.
Lulu says, "Oh well, boys, I haven't really been telling you much about this, but I've been building up this feeling past 2 days as we've been getting closer and closer.
you need to poop.
Well, that, but you know, I did poop and I still had the feeling, so I think it's something different. But
Oh.
I feel like I can sense something in that direction." And she points her trunk just right towards the scab. "Yeah, I think I can sense it, boys. Now that we're so close."
You
All right.
remember something finally?
I remembered to wipe for the first time in a while.
Okay.
Well,
No,
I'm
not
down.
really necessary in the field.
Well, you are a
All right,
bugbear.
let's follow Lulu.
I was gonna say I want to, Glubjack. I want to come back to you. You're not wiping your butt, but there's currently something important. Is everybody ready? We have our weapons.
He doesn't wipe his bare butt.
He doesn't wipe his bare butt. That's a bare butt. Ready.
All right. She Lulu says, "Yeah, I think actually that there are memories coming back now that you mention it. Aside from the wiping memories, yeah, this place. I remember this place. The temple." She like points her trunk up at the it's just a very top of this temple that you can see now. It looks like it must have been a very large structure, but you just see like this sort of tower sticking out of the top of this scab. She's like, "This scab wasn't here before. It was just a temple, and inside is where the sword was. Oh my gosh, I don't know how much longer this place has before it's completely overtaken and sucked down underneath the ground. But there should be a way to get inside of the citadel, inside of the temple, and it's got to be on the lower floor. So we got to figure out some way to get in and then go down to the ground floor."
Dimension door, but do I need to visibly see where I'm trying to like set the door? You know what I mean? I can. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You actually, what you do is you pick a direction and then you pick a certain amount of feet and then you teleport that many feet in that direction. And if you appear inside of a spot that's already like taken up, like inside of a wall, for example, then you take a bunch of damage and are shunted to like the closest place.
Okay.
It sounds horrible.
It doesn't sound great, but I got a question. Is this door that I would create, is this like the size of a door, or could this door hypothetically fit a brontosaurus? If I'm getting hit as a brontosaurus, I'm still gonna be able to clear space for the rest of the folks. You know what I mean? And there's a lot more
Right.
HP I can play with.
So Dimension Door doesn't actually create a door really that like persists for very long. It essentially creates a door that only you and a couple of people that you are like bringing with you can pass through. You can bring one willing creature of your size or smaller with you through the door.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I was trying to get weird. All right.
Oh, interesting. I was wrong actually about the shunting thing. If you would arrive in a place already occupied by an object or creature, you and any creature traveling with you each take 4d6 force damage, and the spell fails to teleport you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jiminy crickets. Never mind. Nah.
Can we all like look for a door with a perception check or something?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are gonna have to get closer to it, but you begin walking as Olanthius rides away on his spectral steed.
What exactly is the stuff covering it?
Scab.
Yeah. Scab.
What is
Which
scab?
I'm assuming it's toxic of some sort.
All right. Well, you get closer, and you reach the sort of base of the hill, so to speak. And first of all, it is 300 feet high, and there is a sort of like moat made of blood around it that's about 25 feet wide. And you think if you were to jump over that moat of blood and then land on the scab, it looks pretty hard, pretty like tough. The ground that you're standing on is not made of scab, but it looks like the older bits of the scab are harder and denser than like the fresher bits. So as you climb the hill, it looks like it might be softer, might be a hole up there that you could get into.
Well, I look at Glubjag and just kind of say, yeah, you and me can Misty step over there, but what about these others?
Oh, guys, I can at any point I can just make like anything to have me and the Bobby fly over. Our unicorn can fly, or is it just teleport? I'm always
Teleport.
up near about. Okay, so it can teleport, but that's fine. So me and the Bobby can go over first, and then I could send that platform back for the unicorn. So this isn't that big of a deal.
Well, why don't you send the platform back and forth for all of us? Then we don't have to use. I don't have to use a spell slot.
Well, listen, that sounds good to me. So I start thinking of what I want to create, and what I would like to create is I don't know, just a big ass chicken that can fit 2 people. I mean, listen, we're gonna stay on brand at this point. Arise, chicken! And so, who would like to go over first in case it's dangerous?
I'll go. I am strong and brave.
Fair enough. All right. We'll see you guys soon.
All right. So,
Good luck.
Race the Roaster animates a chicken just made out of the nearby rocks, and brings it to life. And it looks like Hamstone and who else rides on it?
That's me.
Glubby.
Hamstone and Glubjag hop on the animated object, which flies over the moat of blood. And you land where on the scab? At the base of it, or do you fly up to sort of the top of it?
I think we should go up to the top of it.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? It doesn't seem to be any kind of door on the base level. So
Yeah.
Okay. So you start flying around, and you notice that there are these massive chains, actually very similar to the ones that are tying El Terrell to the ground. And you sort of start following one of these chains that looks like it's attached kind of near the top of the scab. And flying around on the chicken, you look down and you see that there is a hole near the top that is very close to one of these chains. So theoretically, you could probably climb up this chain, completely subverting the scab itself and going right over the moat of blood.
Yes. Let's do that.
Okay.
Oh, Domino43 subscribed for 20 months. Thank you, Domino.
Thanks, Domino.
Thank you, Domino.
Okay, so you guys do have your flying chicken, so you actually could just fly right into the hole if you want.
I mean, listen, use the chicken how it should be used.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or should we wait for everybody?
When do we need another chicken?
Yeah, I mean, the other option we have is we could have the unicorn teleport the rest of us up there, and then we'll just drop down and.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to split the party up because that could be bad.
Yeah.
Well, so what
Is there
would
a
you
drop-off
guys do?
spot? You need a drop-off point.
Yeah.
Find a drop-off point.
So yeah, looking around, there's you could land on any part of this big hill of a scab. You could land right next to the hole and then have the chicken fly back to the other group. You could land on top of the chain near the entrance to the hole. Or you could.
If I remember correctly, the chain itself would fuck us up. I say let's land near the entrance, wherever is easiest. On my screen, I don't know if I'm seeing what you're seeing, so maybe that's why I'm confused about where to click to say.
I don't have a map actually of this part.
Okay.
I don't want to land on the chain because I feel like in the past there was something with the chain causing some problems with us.
They were really hot.
Yeah, because Blumjag went down one at some point, and I think there was some issues.
Yep.
Yes. So let's land up on the scab. We'll jump off the chicken up onto the scab near the hole, and then when the rest of the party gets up here, we can all get in the hole.
Yeah.
Okay. So you land. The chicken sort of lands on this part of soft scab, and you guys get off of it, and you can feel the ground underneath your feet, if you could even call it ground. Has like a spongy consistency. It's not hard to walk on, but it just feels squishy and weird as you're walking around on it. And you also notice that this part of the scab has, at various points, just sort of like weeping wounds, just like little cuts on it that are just oozing out blood. And you could swear that it's almost pulsating beneath your feet. It's quite gross. But you send the chicken off to go pick up your friends. And then, the chicken arrives. Race and Dababi, you get on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hop it on.
Cool.
Unicorn can teleport, and Lulu can fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lulu flies along with you.
I'm going to poke the ground with Barjo's bite. See what happens.
Go ahead. Make an attack roll.
Oh, all right.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. I don't like it.
We're still on our way over there, but it's about to get fun. Okay.
I'm just like tightening my armor straps and dusting off my, and then I look over and I see Glubjag stabbing his sword down into the scab, and I just say,
trying to kill it or anything.
no, but you're poking at it. I don't know about that.
So your sword easily passes into the spongy flesh of the scab, and you pull your sword out, and a sort of like almost like a hole appears. Not really a hole, more like a divot, like there, and sort of like a fountain.
Abscess?
An abscess, yes, an abscess appears, and sort of like a fountain of blood just sort of like pours from that spot and sprays on you. You can try to dodge out of the way if you wish.
Yes.
Okay, that'd be a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Okay, you get blood all over you.
That's all right. I'm used to it.
Ranger Ron says, if you keep picking at it, it'll never heal.
Inspiration for you, Ranger Ron.
I like how Brad's camera just drifts over the course of the
north.
Yeah. It just wants to give you that headroom.
That's because I'm moving my screen. I shouldn't do that. Sorry.
That's okay. All right. Moon color appears in a flash of rainbow light, and immediately is like, "Oh God, ew!" And looks over at Glubjag, is like, "Oh, double ew."
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
And Lulu and the rest of the group arrives. So now you're all standing at the entrance, this massive hole going down into the scab. And I'm going to move you to a new map.
Oh, yeah.
I got a new map.
Oh. I want a new map.
When the wolf made me sick.
One that won't keep me covered in scabs that are too thick.
Blood all over my ass.
I believe
Is this
dick
a
would be the
map?
proper rhyme at that point.
Want a new
Listen.
map?
All right, so we have a bit of a strange map here, guys. We're actually going to be cycling between two different maps. Right now, I have you guys on the side view of the scab.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, neat, right?
We've entered like a Monty Python animation.
Yeah,
Colon
it
vibes.
looks like that.
Yeah, and I haven't bothered to like do like line of sight stuff on the walls and everything, just because this place is so crazy. But enemies are hidden and stuff. But it will help you as far as like navigation goes. But anyways,
All right.
you guys descend into the scab. Is there anything you wish to do before going in? Casting spells, whatever.
I will cast protection from evil and good upon me.
Okay.
Do you know if this area we've entered, in case I'm in a dire situation, or I mean any situation, frankly, is it T-Rex sizable? Like, can it accommodate a T-Rex? Or should I start thinking about maybe a smaller, you know?
It looks like there are some places where a T-Rex would be large enough. In fact, the area that you're in, the hole that you enter, looks like a T-Rex could probably fit in there. But you don't know what's going to be deeper in. So
That's true.
Yeah. Some places are more like an Allosaurus.
Hey, man, look, worst case scenario, I'm always going to go pterodactyl and just scoot my boot.
Yeah. I'm also going to cast protection from good and evil on myself.
okay.
I'm casting Tiny Servant.
Can I
cast something?
Can I have everyone roll a d20 real fast?
Ooh, easy money. I'm hot right now. Wait, why did I click that? I need to click this. Big roll. Was that a big roll? That was certainly
Tiny
not.
roll.
Hey,
Alrighty. One moment here.
Wow, that's crazy. Are we in a sphincter?
All right. Yeah, you're in a sphincter, basically.
Also, I do know what I can do. Hey, fellas, each one of you take a bardic inspiration. It's a D10 now, by the way.
Nice.
Sweet.
We're just gonna. Oh yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. All right. So those are going to be your rolls, and yes.
Shit.
All right. So first of all, this place is very, very dark. There is no light in here. So if you guys don't have dark vision, you're going to need to cast light.
I need somebody to help me with light. I can't see nothing.
Hey, I have on these goggles, so we could do it where if I'm on your shoulders, I can tell you something's in front of you. But once we get into a fight, I guess it's not very helpful.
I'll pull out Bartram's bike. It's got a light on it.
Okay. There's your
Sweet.
dancing chicken also, by the way.
That's true.
And then you animated a little buddy, right, Aaron?
Yep.
Do you remember what they're called?
Gilligan.
Tiny Servant.
Tiny servant.
Tiny Servant. Thank you.
It's me, Tiny Servant, bitch.
Is your Winnebago still full of feces?
Yeah. Ever since the accident, I'll never live it down. Except when I'm here in hell.
Okay.
I was a big fan of your song "Blast Me, Tiny Daddy." That was a big hit.
That's one of my best pieces of art. I didn't make any money on it though. Well, the record company took all of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
do that.
shame.
Yep, they conned me. They said I was their tiny servant, and they didn't give me any paychecks.
All right. So you have your tiny servant, and you have your dancing item, and you have your unicorn, and you have your Lulu, and you have your protection from good and evil. Okay. Great. All right. And if everybody's buffed up and ready to go ahead and start moving yourselves. I'll move the various NPCs.
Guys, I'd like to stay like 15 feet ahead of us. So if something gets at me, I can always move back to you. But I'll scare them up, and then you guys can fight them, and I'll get a good lick in on them.
Well, all right.
Do you want to go with my dancing item since it can take a hit and it's not alive?
Sure. Why not?
And when you're close to it, you get an extra 10 feet of movement, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, maybe keep it above my head. It'll float right there.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Heck yeah.
So I'm going to go 15 feet ahead of you.
Okay. Aaron, see if you can move the tiny servant.
All right. Which one is it?
He's on top of your noggin.
Yeah, the one right on top of you.
I can move him.
Hey.
Tiny servant is a bucket.
That's also on brand. We got so many people to fucking move in here.
Oh, guys, I found a stained glass window, and it's surrounded by blood. Oh, it's spooky.
All right, you make your way. Now, don't move any closer because you're going to fall. You see?
Okay, got it.
See, there's yeah. So you're
I'm just kind of hanging on the ledge there. I'm good. Yep.
Yeah, you're standing right on the edge with Glubjag on top of your head.
Portly 9000 subscribed for 18 months. Thank you, Portly.
Thank you, Portly.
Woo, Portly. Glubjag begins to climb up the wall so that he can get a better view with his amazing climb. But as you guys see this stained glass window, that is exactly what it is. The scab on one side of this narrow passage is stripped away, partially revealing one of the Citadel's stained glass windows. The opaque blue and yellow panes depict the contemplative face of a beautiful angel.
I bet that window keeps the scab from completely forming over it. We could probably break the window to get in, but then the scab might close over it. Just a theory.
The entrance would be our not exit. Oof.
I mean,
is that a hole that I could fly down on my dancing item or see if there's something lower?
Yeah, you can fly down there. Yeah,
That's a good idea.
I have to ask something here.
Sure.
Like, did we not go into the Citadel? Are we like still outside the walls of the Citadel on a scab hole?
So it would seem. It seems like the scab has grown around the Citadel, and this is a part where the scab has been. It almost seems like scratched away or like clawed away from the wall of the Citadel, and all that separates you from being inside of the Citadel right now is this stained glass window.
Right.
This is like, it also looks like it could be the Slashman, right? The plan is to go in here and get Zario's sword, which we assume is like some mythic, super extra strong sword, right? And if our only fear is of not being able to get out because a scab grows over it, the odds of her sword being able to knock that scab right the heck out are very, very high. I think this is our easiest option if we're just going to go by easy, which doesn't necessarily do us well. But I'm not afraid of getting trapped in here, because if we're going in here, we're not coming out without the sword regardless. And I bet bottom dollar that sword could cut anything we need cut.
Glubjag, can't you like plane shift in there quick and see what's going on?
Yeah. But I can only do that once.
Well, you could go to the other side of the wall real slick-like and then punch through the window if it's safe. or if it's not safe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd kind of rather save that for when it's really important.
I'm gonna have my dancing item move around and see if there's any other things, you know,
Like a door. Maybe there's a door right down below us, and we're just being stupid.
Us stupid? Since when? Well, when I try to move it down, I don't get any better vision. So I think this is pretty much it.
I mean, I could catch a Misty Step, I guess.
Why don't you? Can I jump onto the dancing item from where I am?
Oh, I mean, it'll hold your weight.
Yeah, absolutely. You can jump on it, and the reason why you're not seeing anything, by the way, new appear is because you don't see through the dancing item's eyes, so it's not revealing anything for you. Yeah,
And I don't have light, so Bardrum bite is the.
Wait. Can I pass him? Can you send him over my dark goggles? And worst case scenario, I'll be a bat or some shit. But I don't need to see. I'm next to the Bobby. I'll be fine.
I'll jump on with him.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
So you two hop on, trying to get a better view of the rest of the scab as you sort of like fly past this window. So you see before you that it splits off into two directions. You can just sort of barely see that there is what appears to be a larger section of the scab scraped away down to the south with what appears to be just two large pillars. Again, it seems like whatever creatures sort of like carved these tunnels into the scab did so trying to breach into the citadel. But once they reached the citadel, they, for some reason, stopped.
Well, let's not linger. Let's keep going down further, and we'll see if we can find a door or something.
And to be fair, old boy said it's gonna be at the bottom of wherever we're going. So we're already here, guys.
Let's go.
Okay.
How do we descend right here? How it's kind of a like 15-foot jump or something?
Yeah, you could jump down. It looks like a 5, 10, 15, 20-foot drop down.
Seems like that could hurt.
Some of us who are not as durable.
But
all right, so I'm gonna need you. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It looks like these two want to do a little bit of scouting. So I'm going to go ahead and move the dancing item that they're flying on down a little bit.
Let's do that.
Sure.
Because the dancing item could come back and pick us up.
Exactly.
Yep. So
there's no door. There's no door there. It's just those pillars. But then there's two little paths that go down further here.
Yeah.
So
One of them's kind of narrow for this thing.
Yeah. You're not sure if your dancing chicken is going to be able to fit down that passage to the right. Mooncolor would have
Don't want to
problems too.
split up.
The rest of the party just waits patiently. Mooncolor starts clomping her hooves.
I wonder what they're doing down there.
Man, I
hope
can
they're
send
okay.
them messages.
Can we bring the dancing item down 10 feet so that I can get off of it and stand right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It moves down.
Hey,
Okay.
I do have a lantern. Do you want it?
Oh yeah, give me that lantern.
Okay. I give him my lantern.
Okay. So now you have a little bit of light hanging from your hip as you tie the lantern to your belt loops.
I'm gonna walk down this corridor.
Okay.
I'm going to walk a little ways down this one.
I yell out, "Hey, are you off of the platform?"
Yes.
All right, and then I call it back
Oh,
so
it's
we can
kinda
also
tight
go
down
down.
here.
Yeah.
This is weird. Hold on. I'm not having vision from Reginald Hamstone for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I don't have dark vision.
Oh, that's right. I got to give you some light, don't I? Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Give me a second here. Give you some light. Oh, I'm doing this in the wrong. That's why I can't do it. And dynamic lighting. You have vision. You have light. 30 feet.
Can I squeeze through this part?
Just give me a second. I'm trying to figure out why he's not emitting light. Save settings. That didn't change anything, did it? No.
Nope.
Sorry about this. Why don't you guys make some jokes while I
okay.
try to figure this out?
Hey, did you guys hear about the dagger and the pancreas?
We're
No.
so old, Bill.
No.
Me neither.
Is that a Rolf joke?
Pretty much.
Hey guys, I took my family to the Ren Fair up in Baraboo, up at Circus World Museum. They had the Rogues and Ruffians Ren Fair last
I
weekend.
can't hear anyone. Why can't I hear
Oh
anyone?
no, Dion can't hear us now.
No.
What?
Oh no.
He'll exit out and come back
It's
in.
close to
It'll
Black
be
History
fine.
Month. They pulled this shit on me. I can't believe these guys. It's devious. All right, I'm just gonna leave and
Psychic
come back.
experiment now.
All right, Dion's leaving and coming back. Okay, so we're at the Ren Fair, and I'm with my 7-year-old daughter, and we go because there's going to be a joust, and so we go sit on these bleachers they set up for the joust, and it was pretty cool. Like they did a good job. The company, the group of people who do the joust are called the Knights of Mayhem, and they go around and they do these jousts. And like during the joust, they're like, "Oh, do you want to see blood? Do you know all this?" And at one point, like during the joust, my daughter is chanting, kill him," and she's the only one chanting it, and she's just loving it. She ate it up, man. She loved that joust. It was a blast.
That's awesome.
Did they
Can you hear
listen to
Dion?
her? Did they listen to her and
No.
then kill him?
They did not kill her.
Wow.
They did not kill each other. They certainly did not kill her. So yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
Dynamic lighting off. Okay, dynamic lighting is off. So I should be switching you over to legacy lighting. That must be the problem.
Oh, weird.
Legacy lighting on. Yes. Does that change anything for you? No.
Nope.
That's stupid.
Can't you just turn on emits light?
I did. He totally has that on. 30 feet.
There it is.
There we go. Okay.
I got a little light. Oh, now there's something over here that is not allowing me to shed light.
Something over here
Into
not
it.
allowing you to shed
Magical
light.
darkness, maybe.
No, I think it's some weird thing.
Can you hear us now, Dion, by the way?
Yes, fellas, I'm back.
Okay.
Sweet.
Cool. All right.
Cool.
Interesting. Try
Yeah.
moving yourself past that point because there should be nothing there. It's still blocking you.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a line that ends with a point right here. So
Yeah. I see that. That is really bizarre. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and completely change the lighting settings then. So, it's the only thing I can really do to speed this up.
Changing lighting settings.
is there a lighting barrier there?
No, there's no barrier there, and I have no
That's silly.
idea why that would be. All right, save
'Cause I can.
settings.
Okay, yeah, I can see it now. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, now I'm good. I got to the bottom here.
Okay.
I'm gonna run back up to the top of the hill.
All
I'm
right.
gonna holler to Glubjag. Hey, there's a big room over here.
Oh, yeah? I
Yeah.
just been hanging out in this tiny squeeze place. I don't know, some mystical force told me not to go anywhere. So I'll come back.
Do
It's
you
probably Torm.
do you want to squeeze down in there while he's exploring that?
I just wanted to see.
Okay.
I called the dancing item so we can also see what's going on.
Whoa,
And
there's
so,
something down here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're supposed to be writing down on the dancing item already.
Okay.
It wasn't just sitting there.
I thought that that would make some sense. So you guys write down on the dancing item as Glubjag begins to squeeze into this hole, this really tight, halfling-sized hole. It's kind of creepy because you know some people will go spelunking in a cave and then get themselves caught and never be able to get out.
Oh
but
boy.
Glubjeg is just boldly squeezing in there.
Mr. Wumbo says, "Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!"
All right, I'm gonna squeeze down through there too.
Hold
Wait,
on.
hold on, big fella.
Before anyone does anything else, Glubjeg has spotted some things.
Oh,
Hordes
Maybe I
of
surprised him.
maybe hordes of hellish flies buzz around this dark chamber,
Fuck that.
which is strewn with mutilated devil corpses and gnawed bones. A hole in the floor reveals another dark cavern below this one.
Damn it, we should have just broke through the window.
Something has just been casually killing devils. Doesn't sound good.
Yeah, whatever made these damn tunnels. We should have just gone through the stained glass window. Those things are easy to break.
Okay.
Probably.
The flies don't appear to have noticed you.
It might be about time we mosey back to the window.
Yeah, let's go try the window at least.
Yeah, I don't want to have a bunch of fly combat. It just seems.
All right,
I hate those things.
Hamstone, you're gonna need to make a climb check to ascend up that like 45-degree
God
angle.
Damn it.
would that be athletics?
Yeah, athletics, please.
Worst case scenario, I could polymorph you into something.
No, I'm good. I got it.
Okay.
Yep, he got it. To Bobby, I'm not gonna make you make that check since you were basically hadn't even gone down there at all.
Yeah, I didn't.
That like thing that Glubjeg was doing, where he was basically descending down a perfectly a vertical shaft, that would be very difficult to do.
Oh, okay.
But he has a climb speed, so he can do it without any
Right.
problems.
I thought maybe I could just wedge myself in there and shimmy, and I'd just blink down in.
Penguin yourself down.
Yeah.
It's also hard
Reginald,
to
you
remember,
gotta think before you act, man.
It's hard to remember what the floor is in this map.
Lava.
Yeah, just
Usually the floor is like, it would be like the back of the picture. You know?
yes. Yeah, keep in mind, this is a side view. It's very interesting and cool. So yeah.
Okay, I examined the stained glass window. Can I determine if it's breakable?
Okay. Yeah, I mean it looks like a stained glass window. It's totally breakable, you know? Like how exactly are you examining it? Just looking at it?
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the thickness, figuring out. Can I see through any of it? Normally, you can kind of see through stained glass.
You can make out just like vague things, like it looks like you're looking into some sort of a chapel or
It might be magical, you know.
Well, can't we like do a perception check?
Let's do a detect magics.
Okay. Who casts detect magic?
Somebody with that spell.
Do I still have it? I might have gotten rid of it because of that fiasco that happened.
Oh.
Which one?
Where I was trying to cast it as a ritual.
All right.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
Makes sense.
So, wait, Moon Color, can you detect magic?
That's a very good question. I can cast detect evil and good.
I don't know if that helps in this scenario, but cool.
What was down here?
Oh, I can cast pass without trace. That would probably help if you guys wanted to be sneaky.
Oh, might want to be sneaky in case we got to go through the flies, huh?
I have passed without trace.
Oh,
Also,
well, gosh, I'm just useless then.
No, you're beautiful. Don't listen to him.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get that pass without trace going, and we'll
Yeah,
break
let's
that window.
pass some traces.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll cast it. That way you don't have to, Glubjeg.
Thanks.
Perfect. Smart.
Pass without buffalo trace.
Never. I would never do that.
If I don't have detect magic, can I like maybe
without trace
Arcana check?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check. Without detect magic, it might be hard to, because usually with Arcana, you're taking a look at something that's obviously magical and then determining what magical properties it has. This just looks like a window, stained glass window.
Yeah, I'm surprised that our guy with a wrench hasn't just wanted to smash with a wrench, because I'm at the point where I'm ready to just throw my dancing item through the fucking window.
I'm gonna smash it, but I just want to make sure that we're quiet about it. At first I wasn't,
smash?
but now I am. All right, are we? Did somebody cast that moon color?
Yep, Moon Color casts it. You guys all gather up. You have to be all within 30 feet of her. But now you
everybody
have
get up here.
plus 10 to your stealth checks for the next hour.
Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna smack the corner of it and see if I can get anything to break.
Okay.
Like that.
All right, so make an attack roll.
Alrighty.
Big swing. Wait for it.
Okay. You slam your mighty wrench into the window with such force that it should be shattered, no question. It's just glass.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I rolled a 27.
yeah, your wrench bounces off of it like it is the strongest metal you've ever encountered. You don't even leave a mark.
Tough scene.
Outrageous.
Figures.
Do you think we could
Scab
even
didn't break through.
shift through this? I think you should try to shift through this, man. What about the one of them the doors? What about those doors you can make, Race?
Dimension doors, but
Yeah.
I mean, so what I know, I have to choose the amount of feet, right? So how thick is this kind of glass? Maybe like a foot-ish?
Yeah,
I think it's probably something divine that's keeping this intact. I think we need to. I think we need to. Yeah, Glubjig, do you think we need, Brad? Do you think we need to work deeper down into this thing and maybe kill those bugs?
I do. I think the window is still unbroken for a reason.
Yeah.
Because devils.
We're
can't
like
get through
more
it.
clever than whatever made these tunnels.
Yeah.
Yep.
We could just go to the right.
Glubjag, you also know that many demons and devils have the ability to teleport. A lot of them are able to do it multiple times a day or even at will. So, if they had that ability, then, you know, just a regular wall wouldn't really be much of a deterrent to them getting into this place.
Well, you want me to do a misty step?
No, I don't think that's gonna work, big guy. I think we got to work our way deeper into these tunnels. Maybe
We
we got
gotta
to
put boots to the ground.
Let's at least go see this big room.
All right,
To the right. We're going to the right.
let's.
We're going down.
Well, I didn't see any. I saw that there was a big room. The Bobby wants to go to the right.
There's a big old path
Alright.
that goes over to the right.
Let's go. Let's go to the
We
right.
can check it
Glubjig.
out. We don't got to descend anywhere.
Yeah. Olanthius said it's at the bottom of this place. But I just want to go to a place where we don't all get fucking split up. I feel like, you know, just go one direction. And right now to the right is the direction, I feels like.
Last time I squeezed, it wasn't a good thing.
It's looking
Yeah.
kind of bloody over here.
I squeeze all the time.
Can I tell what this blood is?
Menses.
Looks like blood, Jim.
Do I hear anything?
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
May I also make a perception check?
Yes, everybody can make a perception
Throw me
check.
those flies. It's those flies, man.
Maybe they make the tunnels, huh?
Yeah,
Got it.
maybe.
Actually rolled well.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. Well,
It's
let me see.
perception time. Yep, that checks out.
Yeah.
You actually do think you maybe hear something? You sort of like you don't hear anything coming from in front of you, actually, like down here, you know, you don't really hear anything coming from down there, but you stop and everybody's quiet and you listen real hard. And, Aaron, Bobby, you sort of place your ear, you're hesitant at first, but eventually you build the courage to place your ear up against the scab that is directly like above you.
Mm-hmm.
And you think you can vaguely hear the sounds of like splashing and babbling, of some sort?
Oh no, it's splash babblers.
Guys, I hear splashing and babbling through the wall here.
Is it babbling in a language you can understand?
Do you speak Abyssal?
I think I speak.
Your
Checking.
shield.
Yes, I do actually speak Abyssal.
Okay. You think it might be Abyssal, but you cannot make out the actual words because of how thick the wall is.
Okay.
So
Abyssal is
normally,
a devil language?
yeah, devil language, right?
No, Abyssal is demons.
Demon
I'm gonna
language.
mix that up every damn. Sure. Okay. Yeah.
It's probably demons, like bathing or something.
Okay.
Why?
A
Did you
demon
hear a
bath.
pistol?
Yep.
Let me hear it.
Put
I like
your ears up right here.
Yeah, you can make a perception check.
I gently place my hand on the other side of Glubjeg's head and push hard.
You don't hear anything, Brad.
Well, I got a 2 instead of a 1.
Okay. Yeah, you know, Glubjeg tries to listen, but you can only hear the vague, like, pumping, like a pumping sound. Yeah,
They're having a
We're in
rave.
giant heart. We're in a giant heart.
Could be.
so something's got to be
There's
moving all this
nothing in
blood
there,
around.
Bobby.
Grade 976 has posted a clarification on pass without trace. So if we're within 30 feet of the caster for the duration of this spell, we get a +10 to dexterity stealth checks.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, do you have to remain within 30 feet?
Yeah.
That's apparently it, yes.
Like I
The
said.
unicorn needs to keep up with us.
It can't fit down that spot, can it?
It can squeeze, can it?
Yeah, provided that it's okay. It can't squeeze through here.
But it can teleport.
No, it can only teleport once per day.
Then it can stay the hell there. We're going on without you, Uni.
All right.
Well, no, wait, because if it can't squeeze through, we really need it right now. It looks like we're about to get around the corner and those flies are going to be over here.
Well, I mean, Brad has that spell. I'm also, my natural stealth is outrageous. I can turn invisible also and make someone else invisible. We have other options.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so if you want, I can like go invisible and creep around with like you or Glubjeg and make one of y'all invisible, or we all just go as a group.
By the way, I think you have Rary's telepathic bond, don't you?
You know I do, handsome.
So you guys are probably doing all this mentally, not even
Yeah, of
talking.
course.
Yeah.
Very clever and quiet.
That helps.
So clever. Who is gonna get turned invisible and go
Ray said he's
stealthing?
going invisible and he's heading in.
Glubjeg,
Yeah, so
what's your stealth?
I can also turn invisible.
Oh crap! Well then
I
do
can
it.
cast see invisibility.
That
Okay, so you'll know where we are. Awesome.
Yep.
all right.
Can I just do a stealth check just to make it happen, or?
I'm not very stealthy, so, but I'm okay not being stealthy if you guys go ahead of me a ways.
I'll just teleport. I got the ability to handle myself if someone gets close now, so I'm not too scared.
So I mean, I can cast Pass Without Trace and be invisible because my invisibility is an ability, not a spell.
Oh, you're talking about like your hiding thing?
Yeah, but they replaced it with I become invisible.
Okay. Cool.
So wait, so does your pass with trace affect all of us then?
Only if we're within 30 feet.
Yeah,
of him.
Right.
so we can all go down with you now because we're all basically going to be.
It's Nature's Veil now, Emery.
Nature's Veil? Okay, I'm just looking to read it right here. As a bonus action, you magically become invisible until the start of your next turn. You can use this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. So this isn't going to be invisibility for very long.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Well, I mean, let me go to my old spell book and see what old man. I got greater invisibility, bub. I can just make it make sense for you if you really need it.
Yeah, greater invisibility is only lasts a minute, but you remain invisible even if you attack.
What
My
if
stealth is also out of control. Like it's better than yours, Race. So.
Hey! We can measure anytime you want, but
I will win.
Bobby, it looks like you have something to say.
No, I'm just waiting for somebody to make the first move. I'm ready to strike.
Glove check. Me and you, stealth mode right now. We'll be back. I'm stealth checking.
All right.
All right.
Nice. 20.
Wow. All right, so a 20 stealth as a Race quietly pushes forward and downward. And then Glubjug is also sneaking up ahead with Race.
Oh my gosh.
That son of a biscuit.
Wow,
Cooked my boots.
You rolled an 11, and with all your modifiers, it ended up being a 25. That is incredible.
Holy crap.
The man is preposterous.
That kind of, yeah, that's ridiculous. Okay, so you guys sneak up ahead, and you make your way down.
Tell us what you see on the way down there, boys.
Yeah, put it in
the stealth.
Put it in our heads.
Use your mental telepathy.
Yeah, that's right.
So far, all I see is
a wall, a bare wall with
more scabs. Glubjug's talking, but you heard me, right?
All right, this is good. This is what we want, but we want you to actually go down there now.
Yeah, get down
We're
there.
going down. I'm going down. Listen, I'm a small guy. I don't want to slip.
What's the range of this telepathic stuff?
It's got a
2 miles.
Pull the whole spell up. It's stupid long now.
All right, hold on. You guys are like flying around. What? How? What do you not understand? Here, go back.
Yeah,
go back.
Talk to me, my brother.
I'm climbing.
Okay, so Glubjug.
Yeah, he's climbing. And Race is gonna have to stay at the perch.
Oh, hold on. I got a way around that though. If I want to be annoying.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I do. I dismantle my first animated performance, and then I make a new one in the shape of a tiny race-sized mecha with a chicken head, so I can fly around Glubjug.
Okay, you can make it medium-sized and be able to ride it because you are small-sized.
Wait,
Fine tune.
Is that thing stealthy too?
Yeah, because this thing's gonna have to make stealth checks as well.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Damn.
It's gonna be going.
Yeah, it's just me fucking Skrillex.
You're also going to have to essentially sing a little song in order to even create the thing, which is going to be a problem.
Sing it in my mind.
I don't know.
No.
I think you better just hang out there and let Glubjug.
All right, I guess Glubjug, you
right on my
got this.
shoulders. Right on my shoulders.
Do it.
Cling tenaciously to his buttocks.
Hang on to his shoulders.
Here we go.
All right, so Race hops on your back and clings to you as you climb across the scabrous walls of this gross cavern. And he brings you gently to the ground. You guys sort of look, you can go either left or right. And if you look over to your left, you see out in the distance those flies that you'd seen earlier, Glubjug.
Go to the right.
Yeah. Maybe we
Guys.
go to the left. Flies are to the left, guys.
There's a bunch of flies we're trying to avoid. Be careful on your way down, but you can come down to where we are without much muss or fuss. We're going to be a little louder on this, probably. There's a drop.
So do you guys follow them, or do you let them continue?
I'm gonna let them continue. I mean, I'll follow them down to the point where I would fall and get hurt. But
okay,
yeah, I'm just gonna perch on the edge there. I'm not gonna.
Alrighty.
Go down there. I mean, my athletics is really high, but I don't know that I can. Is there anything to tie a rope to up here?
No, not really.
I do have a rope, I think.
I mean, you feel like you could probably like spike something into the wall.
Oh, I have javelins. I have 5 javelins. I'm going to take one of my javelins and try to stab it deep into the scab.
Make an attack roll.
I have a grappling hook.
Oh, a grappling hook would be better than a javelin, but
here it is.
All right, javelins. All right, apparently I don't have javelin on my sheet. Let me put one there.
I believe in you.
I'm giving you my grappling hook.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the grappling hook. Then I'll use the grappling hook.
Okay. You go ahead and jam the grappling hook into the scab. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as blood sort of splurts all over.
Dex save coming up.
Okay.
21.
You easily dodge out of the way of the blood and don't mar your beautiful body with it.
I'm sexy.
Ew, that's so uncivilized and disgusting. I cast Featherfall.
Aha.
All right, so you hop down and float.
And I do it for my tiny servant,
Do
and
you-
I do it for anyone else who needs it.
Okay. Thank you. I take the. I leave the grappling hook in place though, because we might have to come back up this way.
Guys, I see something. There's creatures in this room.
Let's fucking get them.
All right, this
Time
is
to kill.
This is what you see, Glubjag, as you continue stealthing around. Here we go.
Appears to be Batman and some gnolls. No gnoll.
So at this point, the scab has sort of transitioned from being soft and spongy to being hard as a rock. You see what appears to be a number of small, snarling demons covered in matted gray fur, clawing and biting a hole into the hard, scabby floor. A demon made of shadow flies over the smaller fiends, screaming at them in abyssal.
Do I know what these things are?
Yeah, you know what these things are. These are some of the lowest forms of demons. They are the Dretch demons.
All right.
And then the shadowy one is a shadow demon, believe it or not.
Believe it. I believe it.
And they're all fiends.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hate fiends.
They don't appear to have noticed Glubjag and Race, but the rest of you are close enough now that you're gonna have to make stealth checks too, unless you want to be noticed.
Are we still under the effect of pass without trace?
Mooncolor's not next to us, so
No,
right?
but Glubjag cast it.
Yeah, no, but we're
Oh.
within 30 feet of him.
Yeah, if you cast the pass without trace, then yeah, you guys have it. So go ahead and roll stealth checks with +10.
Plus 10 coming up. Oh, wait, that's perception. I need stealth. There we go. All right, I got
20.
disadvantage. No, you got 16. You got 26, and I got 19.
Oh, damn. All right.
Wait,
No, I got a 20.
Disadvantage would be you got
disadvantage.
would be you got 10.
I got a 20, man. I got a plus 10.
Yeah.
Yep, I got an 18.
All right, 20 and 18, and let me just double check to make sure. I'm sure you guys beat their passive perceptions.
Oh yeah.
Hey, tiny servant, be
yeah.
quiet. Okay. I'll step carefully.
Yeah, technically the tiny servant has to make a stealth check, but you guys, enough of you pass this group stealth check that even if it rolls a 1, you guys are still fine.
But if anyone steps to me, then I'm gonna get noisy.
His horn section is going to start up.
So yeah, you guys sit there and sort of like watch as this is happening. And Glubjag, do you speak Abyssal?
I do.
Okay. You can actually make out words that are coming out of the shadow demon's mouth in Abyssal. It seems like this demon is directing the Dretches to dig directly down, like down into the scab around here. And it's very slow going because they're essentially digging into rock.
Yeah. Huh. And nothing about why.
They're probably trying to dig into the place, right?
Yeah, they're trying to get the Zerial sword.
Well, but they're
Not
not.
the only
they're
ones
not
who knows is
digging-
probably
They're
Jack.
not trying to. They're not trying to dig through the wall. They're digging down into the scab. Like,
Oh, they're the ones who
Um,
made these scabby tunnels.
well, wait. What do you mean by down, Emery?
Just like kind of into the scabby ground, like directly beneath where they are.
Down to the bottom of the scab
Oh.
where they think the entrance is probably.
So it towards the wall.
Towards like in this
Yeah, are they
direction.
burrowing in toward the building?
I would
or
assume
down?
they can't get through the building. They're just burrowing through scab.
Yeah, they're not burrowing towards the citadel. They're burrowing deeper into the ground.
I guess maybe I'll just watch them for a little bit.
Good idea.
Okay. How long do you guys want to watch them?
Till they stop being entertaining.
Hey, folks. I was gonna say, subject. So he was just giving out commands, like, say maybe try to watch them until if he's like faster into the citadel. Like, are they gonna drop any hints? We might just have to beat a motherfucker until he gives up the information. You know, slap him around. You know, classic.
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with that.
So you wait a while and just try to see if you can gather any more information. And eventually
I'll pull out Morning Shaft.
Morning Shaft.
Can we wait and see if there's like a little nerdy one that the rest of them don't like?
Oh.
But it has like hidden writings underneath the bathroom.
Yeah, his poetry.
Poetry.
Did you actually, Hamstone, do you actually approach to where you're at right now?
Yeah, I do. I want to step up because I'm itching for a fight so bad. I just stepped up the 20 feet closer to those guys.
Okay.
Sorry, do I need to make another stealth check?
No.
So
Glubjig,
anxious.
you notice that the shadow demon is looking in your direction, and it hisses, and you hear it say in Abyssal, "Light, we have intruders." The lantern at
shit.
your hip casts light.
Dang it. It's concealable though, isn't it?
He closes it.
It is a bullseye lantern.
It's a lantern.
Yeah, I can like close it. I didn't say I did that though. I got anxious and then I wanted to fight so bad I forgot to turn off my lantern, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Shit.
I can hear shit again. Of course.
We'll have to ask that. We'll have to ask Natius to resurrect you, I guess.
Hold on. Race left. He couldn't hear us.
He'll be back.
Yeah,
He will.
We'll be back. Ruh-roh, says JWM. Okay, so there's going to be an initiative roll here once he's back.
Like, do I have time to get off a shot before they realize what's happening?
I'm gonna pour myself a
Well,
shot
they're
here.
getting light. They said they were going to get light.
Okay.
They're no longer surprised
Oh.
because of the light.
Right.
So if you roll high on initiative, you'll be able to do it. But there's no surprise here.
Oh, fuck you,
Do
Great
I-
White Spark. That's hilarious. Sorry.
Do I know?
That was really good.
Yeah. Fuck you, Great White Spark.
That was good.
Do I know what immunities and resistances these demons have?
Yeah. So I'll give you the dretches, no problem. But the shadow demon, you're gonna have to roll, and I'll give you advantage since of your background with killing these things.
Religion?
Sorry,
Yeah, religion.
guys. I made a huge boner here.
Oh, so what happened when the whole thing shut down? Are we fighting? It sounds like.
They saw Hamstone's light, which he forgot to cover up.
Oh,
Yeah, Hambone walked up with his lantern out.
I was just so anxious, itching for a fight.
he hates fiends, so this is kind of what he does. I
Yeah.
get it.
One of the big weaknesses of humans in D&D is their lack of dark vision. Like most other races have dark vision, but humans don't. And it can cause real problems if the DM remembers to enforce light rules.
Real world problems.
And honestly, I
just gave
forget
you
a
my
lot of the
goggles.
time. But this time I remembered, and I was like, okay, we have to do it.
Yeah. He's like, we haven't fought in 3 sessions. We gotta get to the.
That's true. You did have a very long and arduous fight in the last session, so we're gonna make that go a lot quicker this time. Okay, so don't roll initiative yet, but we will roll it in a second. Okay, got the turn order thing up now. So make sure when you roll initiative, you select your characters, and feel free to roll it now.
You're gonna be fighting with Reggie Hamstone.
Reggie Hamstone. All right, initiative. Don't you bamboozle me. I'll take it. Look at Hamstone fast as the Dickens over there.
Not me.
Initiative for this guy. Then the Shadow Demon rolled a natural 1 for his initiative.
Yes. Yes.
I selected my token and it didn't take it.
Oh.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You were so stealthy that it didn't.
Apparently.
Didn't even see you select it.
What?
And then Lulu. Okay. Always forget Lulu. Not this time. Emery's doing it right this time.
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't get put into initiative. That's okay. I can add you. Just tell me what you rolled.
8.16.
8.16.
0.16 Batman.
Is that you, Bookworm?
Yes. I've arrived.
I should have declared I was holding an action.
Yeah.
Should have declared it. Oh well, Glubjag is dead. If you just got back from watching the ads on Twitch, you missed when Glubjag died. It's
It was tragic.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
I'm sure it has something to do with that weird extra dimensional vortex I got sucked into for an hour.
No.
All right. So, Race, you notice, just as Glubjag does, that the Shadow Demon and some of the Dretches have noticed that you guys are here because of the light. And whoa, this is weird. For some reason, the initiative is different on my screen than it is. Oh, I have extra characters in initiative. That's why. Whoopsie doodles. Okay.
I was wondering why there were so many.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Got to delete that Race the Roaster.
We can't
He's-
see 'em all.
How many do you need, folks?
Yeah.
And 2 apiece. 2 apiece.
Eliminate the highest initiative because he obviously cheated.
Right.
Cooking the books.
By the
I've
way,
never not cooked the books.
you never answered my question, Emily.
Okay. What was your question? Sorry.
Resistances and immunities.
Right. Right.
They're resistant to information,
Uh-huh.
and they're immune to the truth.
Hey.
So Lulu. All right. So the resistances of the Dretches are.
Is it Rachel Dretch?
It is.
She's funny.
Lover.
And Shadow Stevens.
They're immune to poison, resistant to cold, fire, and lightning. As far as like their special abilities and stuff, they can basically fart once per day, and it's a really
that
bad
all?
fart.
Nice.
It can poison you if you are in their farts.
Poison farts.
They haven't met the likes of my colon yet.
That's true. I will attest to that.
And then, sorry, what was your religion roll for the Shadow Demon?
I think it was 13. Yes, 13.
13. That is actually not enough to know much about the Shadow Demons. You could guess that they are similar to the Dretches as far as their immunities and stuff.
Okay.
But these guys look different. They look like they're like incorporeal, you know, like they're made of shadow. So, anyways, Hamstone, you continue your charge forth, and you actually rolled highest on initiative, looks like. So go ahead and take your turn.
I can't see anything yet. Can I? Can't see them. 5. If I move 20 feet, I can get right to the edge of this ledge.
Uh-huh.
But that's as far as I can get unless I jump off.
Yeah.
And if I jump down, I would want to attack one of these dretches on my way down.
Yeah.
Is that feasible?
Yeah, you could jump down and make an attack. I would say that attack, I kind of want to give it a penalty if it's in midair. Like a disadvantage on the attack.
Okay, I want to jump off this ledge. I've moved 20 feet, and so if I jump 5 feet out, I would pretty much fall straight down onto a dretch that is 25 feet below me.
Yeah.
I want to land right in the middle between two of these dretches.
Okay.
And as I'm falling down, I scream, "Vengeance for horror!" And I slice down with my glaive on the one that was directly beneath me.
Awesome. All right, no disadvantage on that. So go ahead and make your attack.
Vengeance for horror! Ooh, a 13.
Boom, a 13. Yes, well, your blade slices through the dretch's hide.
Yes!
Dealing.
And I... Oh,
Go
yes.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so I deal 5 radiant damage right off the bat, because that's like the automatic smite. 5 slashing.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to divine smite this bitch.
Ooh.
Hard. Using a 3rd level spell slot for it.
Dang.
So 23 radiant damage.
You scream for horror and drive your glaive straight through this dretch, chopping it in half.
Yes.
And the two halves of its body explode in fiery light.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you absolutely banish this thing. It is dead.
Neato.
Oh my, I got a little boner working.
However,
Yeah,
you also plummeted 25 feet, so
I sure did.
Oh,
you're going to take some damage here.
Mr. Wumbo says, don't forget about our bardic inspirations.
Oh, right.
Sure.
Yeah, I got that. So when I jump down, is that different than falling?
Not really. It would allow you to get more distance if you make like an athletics check, but you didn't have to make a athletics check for that distance there.
Okay.
But there's no way to prevent yourself from like falling prone and stuff when you fall, unless you're like a monk. There's a bunch of various abilities you can have. But yeah, you do land kind of hard on top of the dead dredge, and you take 6 damage and fall prone.
Okay, 6 damage and I fall prone.
Yeah.
What's going on? What is that doing?
He fell. He took 6 damage and he fell prone.
What does that sound
that's-
falling?
That sounded like him falling onto the dredge.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
prone.
there's no difference as if you fall or jump off a 3-story building. There's really
So-
no difference.
No. So my second question now is that I've moved 20 feet and then I've essentially jumped straight down.
Yeah.
Do I still have any movement left?
Your movement is now over because you fell prone. But yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's
Okay, then it goes to Race's turn.
Ooh, how the Duke boys gonna get out of this one? All right, so. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I want to start heading down towards here as well.
Okay.
And as I begin to fall, I'm just gonna land as a T-Rex. We just gonna get straight to that action. I ain't here to play games.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
You gonna fit?
No, because once I start falling down the hole, it's very cinematic. You know what I mean? It's imagine I'm me, but then I'm not because I'm a dinosaur. It's that kind of vibe, you know?
Yeah. So you like get to the edge and then you just like hop off, and then you turn to a dinosaur on your way down.
Dude, can I use your T-Rex as an escalator?
Oh God!
Man, I would be honored. And since I'm so large, and you said it's 25 feet, and as a T-Rex, I am naturally. It doesn't tell me how many feet tall I am, but a T-Rex is gonna be about 20 feet, so I would figure I wouldn't take much damage because it's like I'm kind of just gonna land on my feet. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like if I jumped off a stoop versus like I'm jumping off a ledge. That's how it's going in my head. And if
Okay.
I'm wrong, please correct me.
Yeah, no, I think that would probably cut down the fall damage in half. Well, let's go with that. So I'm gonna put your little token just like right here. I'm gonna put the T-Rex token right here. And
Or however they sound.
Oh yeah, that's only like 10 feet.
yeah, so like you turn into the T-Rex when you're right here, and then you fall 10 feet. Unfortunately, you also fall right on top of Hamstone,
Whoa!
who's prone on the ground. So
Henry
I'm
is paying attention to details tonight.
gonna have Hamstone make a dexterity saving throw to roll out of the way.
To dodge the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
24, natural 20.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Look at him.
yeah.
I
This is
roll
just
out.
how we planned it.
Can I, with a natural 20 dex save, roll out of the way into like I'm spinning up on my shoulders, and can I land on my back on my feet?
Like Kip.
All right.
Kip up.
We'll give it to you. Natural 20 on that dex
Yes.
save. You kip up,
Yeah.
and you are no longer prone. All right. And Race, you are going to get a chance to make an attack before you also crash to the ground and probably slip and fall prone as well.
Man, see, my thing is, I don't think I should be prone, man. If you would think of how big a T-Rex is, baby, and I got claws. I'm not wearing that clumsy armor that Hamstone is. I'm gonna dig right into the ground. You ever see a bird? Well, imagine a bird, but a bigger bird. That's a dinosaur, right?
Okay.
I'm doing like this, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm hooking in, like, locking in, my brother, like, yeah.
I'm fine with that. So you extend your talons and you sort of like grab the sides of the wall with them to sort of slow your fall, and you land without taking any damage. But you also get blood spewed all over you as you sort of rake the sides of the scab. So
I do also have to say, like, if an elephant fell 12 feet, they would just break all their legs because they're so weak.
Okay, so, here's how I imagine. Maybe this is what I may be getting wrong about polymorph, right? So I imagine polymorph is like this expanding thing, and like it starts bottom down. So it's like as I'm getting closer to the ground, the feet are meeting the ground quicker than I'm hitting the ground from like an accelerated rate. You know what I mean?
I would
But
say
I'm not
that would
sure how this
add.
goes.
I'd say that would add to the damage you took if your legs are shooting towards the ground at the same time as your body is.
You watch too much anime, my friend.
Watch just the proper amount, sir. Don't you dare.
I mean, you could exceed terminal velocity if you're also adding the speed at which your legs are extending.
All right, I need a mathematician and a paleontologist right now.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He's clawing the side all the way down, so he's fine.
You slide down, just spewing blood all over yourself, and you land, and now you can go ahead and make your attacks.
Thank you, sir. All right, I'm gonna go bite. Do I roll a d20 for that, or is it?
Yeah, you can just roll a d20. I'll tell you what happens.
Cool. Hey.
Actually, try using the T-Rex's attack. We'll use this 18 that you rolled, but I'm just curious if you can do it. Try shift double clicking on it.
See, using just this thing is a little trickier.
Okay.
Right, so now I see the token settings. Is that what you want me to see?
Look if you can find the character sheet. If not, if this is too much.
I have the T-Rex's character sheet up on a different page. As far as what it can do, so I see its armor class, stuff like that.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'll just make the attacks, but it is nice for you to have that so you can see what you do. All right, so you bite one of these dretches with an 18 on the die. That's definitely a hit. So which dretch?
Let's do the one, I guess, that's... I can't hit the one close to Hamstone, right? Because he's in between me and that one.
No, you can hit it.
I'll do... You know which one I want to hit? Because I feel like when the Bobby and the Glubjet come down, the one that's up there, can I reach that one just because it might get an attack of opportunity on those guys?
Oh yeah, you can reach that one, no problem.
Okay, let me get the big guy up there so we won't have anyone on top of our heads.
All right. So with your mighty T-Rex jaws, as you're sliding down this slippery, slick with blood scab, you just bite this guy who is just kind of hanging out by himself in like an alcove, like resting. And you do. Let's roll the damage here.
Come on, mama, come on.
He was just on break, checking his phone.
31 piercing damage.
We'll take it.
Which is more than enough to bite this little thing in half. It is dead.
Son of a bitch. Nice. And then can I also still get the tail whip?
Yep.
Attackers hey, tail whip! And I'm gonna do a D20, which I'm sure will just end up beautiful, luxurious. 13-ish.
13 on a die. That'll hit. Which dretch?
I really wish I could hit that bastard over there. I want to just take out the one that's in that corner that's not near the other side of Hamstone.
Okay, the other side of Hamstone, the one in front of Hamstone. You slap it with your tail. Which makes sense, because that's where your butt's currently facing. For 24 bludgeoning damage. Wow. And you
alive?
You flatten it. It is dead.
Haha.
Nice.
All right, now I need you to I need everybody to roll a d20 real quick.
Oh, this is gonna have me nervous. D20 14.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Nice. All righty.
My computer got
Okay.
16.
16 and 8, 2. Okay. All right. Next up in the initiative, we have the Tiny Servant.
Yes. Tiny Servant's going to delay action and join me for get it going off the edge of this.
Yes. Okay, sounds good. Then we go to Lulu.
The queen.
Lulu, I'm going to change the Tiny Servant to like 12.99 and then move it so that it's right underneath you.
Cool.
There we go. 12 point.
I'm ready for action. When called, I will obey.
Thank you, Tiny. All right,
It's
Lulu.
me, Tiny bucket.
Lulu flies down in here, no problem, with her 120-foot fly speed. And she gets right in front of Hamstone and just lets loose a wild and loud trumpet blast.
Yeah, she's like Dizzy Gillespie. Yeah.
She shoots Kool-Aid out of her trunk.
Yes, like Dizzy Gillespie, well known for shooting Kool-Aid out of the end of his trumpet.
good reference.
Purple Saurus Rex.
Ooh, yeah. And I
Actually-
spit one away.
Wait a second. Do you guys want her to do this? Every time she does a trumpet blast, the sound can be heard out to a range of 600 feet. Do you want her to do this?
No, I don't want the
I
flies
think we
coming
can
over
handle
here.
these guys without her.
Yeah, we don't need that.
All right. She
Yeah.
stays back.
Relax, Lulu. Relax.
Bobby, your turn.
Yes. I spring into action.
Woo!
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Featherfall.
No, the next number is 30.
No, the next number is Featherfall for sure.
How long does Featherfall last? It's like a minute or something, isn't it?
Checking. Yeah, 1 minute.
Boop. Okay.
And what is that? An action?
I think
Is it an action?
I think it's like a reaction, right?
Yeah, it has to be a reaction because you're like falling already. It's a reaction. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna give Featherfall to my tiny servant as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's actually up to 5 falling creatures within range. So
Yeah.
the tiny servant's gonna jump along with you, basically.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Neat.
And then where's all the troublemakers? Over to the right?
Yeah, seems like that's where most of them are now.
All right, so we're gonna gently drop all the way down here.
Okay. You drop down to the ground, sort of sliding off of the T-Rex's back.
Yeah.
Like in that movie, We're Back.
No, I'm basically doing like a Legolas up the elephants. Except I'm going down.
Oh, cool. All right. Now you're face to face with this shadowy demon.
Yeah. I'm gonna smack him.
How much movement did you do here to get here?
Well, I don't know. It depends on what the movement deal is with Featherfall, I suppose.
Right. So you started right around here.
A falling creature's rate of descent allows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. So, I mean, it feels like I could probably fall the whole way.
Yeah, you can fall and it won't count against your movement, but you started back over here. So 5, 10,
it was like 25.
25. Yeah, you're not going to be able to make it all the way to even where you are. In order to get as far as you are, that's 2 movements.
Okay.
So, but you can finish. You can get right up next to the demon and end your turn.
Can I just grab Tiny Servant and like chuck him towards the towards this guy and get an attack in?
It depends. That would mean that you're unarmed. You don't have anything. Right. You have to have one free hand to do that.
Yeah, you're right. Let's. Well, I mean, I had one free hand. No, I have the shield. You're right.
If Tiny Servant is riding with you, it's his turn next. He can just jump off and run.
He can jump off me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to carry him so that he doesn't have to lose his action.
Okay.
Can't wait to hear this song that Tiny Servant is going to sing.
All right, so Bobby ends his turn, and now it's Tiny Servant's turn.
And he's attacking. What is this thing?
That is a shadow demon.
Shadow demon. Well, let's see. Tiny Servant doesn't have a great attack. I mean, he gets +5 to hit.
He has Shatter embedded in him.
Does yeah, you're right. He does, doesn't he?
That is also a very loud spell.
That's a loud spell. Yeah, let's not use that.
All right.
It's too loud, man.
Why don't you cast Massive Scream?
Cast Ska Band.
Pick it up quick.
Cast Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Boy.
All right. He will. I wonder if he could like. Okay, so what's this dude got for a weapon?
I mean, he just has claws, shadowy claws and teeth and horns.
Okay. Could Tiny Servant potentially like jump on his face?
I mean, he can certainly try. Why don't you make me a religion check?
Yeah, why don't I do that?
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, religion, like, gods and whatnot.
There it is.
That's
the stuff.
Mortal man.
He got a 21.
Yeah, that is good. So you know a bit more about shadow demons than Glubjug does. You know that these things are not actually like corporeal, so any attempt to jump on its face would probably fail pretty miserably.
Okay. There's no way to really like distract it with tiny servant.
Yeah, they cannot be grappled. They can't be prone. They can't be restrained. They can't be petrified. They can move through solid things.
All right. Well, Tiny Servant's just going to attack him then.
Okay.
Straight up attack him and be brave.
All right. Do it, tiny buddy.
All right. He gets a +5, so I'll just roll a d20 and we'll add 5 to that.
Perfect.
15.
15.
Wait, yeah, wait. Yeah, that's right. 15.
That is
15.
a hit.
Yeah, it's me. What's up, incorporeal bitch?
You fantastical bitch.
All right, now go ahead and
You're lucky I didn't grab your face. But I've been told that don't work.
How much damage does it do?
Oh, it does 1d4 plus 3 bludgeoning.
Whoa!
That should do it.
That should kill him, right?
Yep.
Huh?
Cute. He's just cute, you know?
He's cute.
All about.
Slaps him with his little hand.
There it is. 7 points. Not too bad.
Not bad.
Not
That's
too
good.
bad.
7 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
What
All
culture?
right. Yeah, tiny servant jumps up and punches this demon in the face.
He does not use his thunder spell, which would alert everybody in the area.
Shatter, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think it did very much damage because these things are resistant to non-magical attacks. But hey, everything helps.
But it certainly is not what this guy was expecting.
No, he was not
Did
expecting.
not think a bucket with arm and legs that shit talks was gonna be, trying to fuck him up.
He probably came to work today thinking, I gotta go down in that scab again and tell those dretches to keep biting.
Not at any point did he think, I hope none of the buckets attack me.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for the dretches to go now. One of them sort of climbs out from behind the shadow demon and moves to the side of him. We're just going to represent him being to the side of him by being above him. And then begins to attack the tiny servant.
Oh!
You
Yeah,
pay
it was-
for this.
That's unexpected.
Yeah.
Tragic.
First, it bites the bucket.
Yes, please.
Misses.
AC
Then-
is 15. My AC is 15. I got natural bucket protection.
Then it kicks the
Then
bucket.
it claws the bucket. Oh. I was going to make a kick the bucket joke, you son of a bitch. -1 inspiration.
What?
The DM
I
giveth.
stole your good joke.
The timing was off. Okay, it failed. Next dretch.
Wait, you can still make it because Jason can edit you in.
Aha!
And then
No.
it kicks. Damn it.
I will not allow it.
Okay, this next stretch. Let's see.
Miss me. Now you gotta kiss me.
This one actually has to climb across or jump across in order to make it up to you guys. So it's going to have to make a check here. Athletics check.
We got a good attack.
Natural one.
That went free falling.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, that dretch just kind of falls. It tries to jump, make this like little, very easy jump actually. Only 10 feet. But falls, plummeting and landing atop of its friend, who has to make a dexterity save.
Oh, good lord. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down your leg, and you was terrified at the moment.
Okay, dexterity save, and we got a 6. That's not enough. So they're both going to take some falling damage. 5, 10, 15,
Good
20.
lads. Good
Okay.
lads.
2d6 damage to both.
God, these dretches are killing themselves.
Kind of, yeah. They're not very good. We'll say that about these guys. They try, but they're not good.
Listen, effort matters, but
Great White Spark says Mario death theme plays. Yeah, it goes. Bloop, do 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 do.
Oh, next is Glubjeg.
Big glub.
All right, check this out, everyone.
Uh-huh.
I am going to use distance strike for the first time since I'm level 11.
What?
So
Huh?
I'm gonna run in here. As soon as I change my arrow back to what it was,
Ani?
run here. I am gonna shoot the shadow demon.
Wait a minute. Did you just like jump down on top of the T-Rex?
Yeah,
I'm on the wall, dude.
Oh,
Wait,
you're
wait, wait.
climbing down.
yeah, but you can't shoot a bow while you're climbing. It takes both of your hands.
Well, I just
Why
saw
not?
a woman shoot a bow with her feet.
Yeah,
What?
he's using his feet.
He's
I
got-
saw that.
no.
I saw that video too, and I know
for
I
real,
know how it
she
works.
like nailed. I can see it's a foot. It's not a foot video. Don't even say it like that. It's not. But
So
No, I mean it's no different than running on the ground for other people.
no,
Right?
that's not true.
I have a climbing speed.
Yeah, but no, you're thinking of like spider climb, something where you can, in even spider climb, you can't just run around with your feet just on the walls. Like climbing requires you to use, I know, at least one hand and both feet in order to do it. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
where does it say that?
Uh, okay. Well,
You show me where it says that, and then I will abide by it.
all right.
if he was to jump onto me, would I take damage?
Where are the rules in this climb? Probably not. No, because it's only it's a very short fall over to you.
And to be fair,
Movement, climbing.
Brad, I can't hear anything you're saying if you're talking at the moment, Bubba.
You can't hear me?
Oh, I hear you now.
I hear you now.
Yep, I hear you.
Okay.
While climbing or swimming, let's see, other activity.
Bugbear Elephant Rider. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Well, it actually it doesn't say what is required for climbing. So if you take rules as written, climbing doesn't require anything.
Okay. I'm also seeing under special types of movement in the player's handbook, page 182, the rules as written allows for the attack if he has enough movement left to climb the rest of his distance.
Now, okay, here we go. I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. All we have to do is look at spider climb. Okay. Spider climb says you gain the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving its hands free. The target also gains a climbing speed equal to its walking speed. So by the power of deduction, we can deduce that the ability to leave its hands free while climbing across all those surfaces is separate from having a climbing speed. Otherwise, it would be redundant to mention both of them. Right? But yeah, I mean, rules as written, it actually doesn't say what you need in order to climb, that you have to even have any hands free, which is silly.
Right. Well, how about if I get to there, which I can easily do. Let's see, 5, 10, yeah, I can actually get here on my movement, and then I will use distance strike. I will teleport 10 feet to the ground.
Okay.
Now, how high are how deep are these scab walls?
How thick are they?
Yeah.
It's really impossible to tell. I can tell you that they're thicker and thinner in various places.
Like, I mean, is there room for me to shoot around the T-Rex to this guy?
Yeah, you can shoot through the T-Rex, no problem.
Okay. So I will shoot him.
Okay.
Get.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
that's nice.
Damn.
27.
That's just casual ass whooping.
All right. So you do
And I don't want to use my planar warrior ability on him.
Okay.
Okay.
So he does 20.
Okay, that is more than enough to kill him, and that dretch is vaporized instantly.
Excellent. Okay. Then, let's see. How am I going to do this now? 10. Can I get over here with 10
Sublime moment of silence where we're all just sort of staring in one direction.
feet? Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
You
No,
asked,
it's not you.
You asked if you could get over there?
I think the night.
Okay, so I'm going to go over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to blink over there, and then I'm going to shoot this dretch
Uh-huh.
again without the planar warrior bonus.
Okay. Go for it.
Why is everybody laughing?
Just in a good mood, man. We playing
That's
D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That would
Okay.
be 16.
16 damage. Okay, this arrow does pierce this dretch right in the belly, and he looks like he almost got the wind knocked out of him by this, and he's barely clinging on to life.
Nice. Well, then I attacked two different things,
Uh-huh.
and because of how distance strike works, I can now attack a third thing.
Okay.
So I'm now going to attack the shadow demon, and I will use my planar warrior.
All right. Badass. Saving the best shot for last.
Big hits, baby.
22 points.
Whoo. 22 points. And that 19 is enough to hit. And you ignore its resistances because of your force damage.
I do.
And Planar Warrior turns all the damage to force, or does it? How exactly does that work? Or is it just
I
the weapons
believe so.
damage?
I believe so. Well, the other damage is radiant.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because it's actually vulnerable to radiant. So
Okay.
if Planar Warrior changes it to force, it'll actually take less damage. But
Let's see. Next time you hit that creature, all damage dealt to that attack becomes force damage.
okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, you still did a lot of damage. You just would have done like 3 more damage or something if
Okay.
But so that is 22 damage. Bam. Yeah, this guy is starting to look pretty hurt. You think you'd need about 2 or 3 more shots to actually kill him, though.
Okay. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is distance strike.
That was pretty amazing.
That is sick. Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
And I can do that every time I attack now.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
I rolled the unicorns initiative, even though it's like really far away. Hanging out. It's all the way back here, like hanging out with the dancing
buddy.
item.
It might find a way.
It often does.
Moon Unit
could
doesn't even
teleport.
know that combat's happening.
I could teleport over and today, and then tomorrow it could teleport out.
Yeah. Well, it already
Wait,
teleported
isn't-
today. So
Oh yeah, good
Isn't
point.
Isn't she hooked up to our telepathy?
yeah,
She'd
yeah,
be a part
probably.
of Rory's. Yeah.
So Moon Unit begins stabbing the scab with her horn to try to make.
Yeah.
She's
Come
got
on,
to.
Moon Collar.
She's got to squeeze into a 2.5 foot wide hole in order to get down to where you guys are. So that is not going to happen.
She's a spelunker.
All right.
Horses
Finally.
love being in caves.
I mean, that's one thing I know about horses. That's what Old Town Road's about, I think.
Oh, okay.
All right. The last one to go on the initiative is the Shadow Demon. I rolled a natural 1 for its initiative. And the Shadow
Bring it
Demon,
on, big boy.
it's kind of a coward. It
Oh, wow.
immediately flees.
I get an attack
Wow.
of opportunity on that shit.
Yeah, go ahead and make your attack of opportunity, Tiny Dave Matthews.
Sweet.
Get him, Tiny. hits.
Ooh,
Actually, that's an 8.
that is a miss.
My tiny leg couldn't reach you.
Tried to kick him.
So the Shadow Demon disappears into the scab, just into the wall, just goes right inside. You have no idea where it went.
Huh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Did he go back inside the, no, he couldn't have gone back inside the temple.
Oh, there's demons in there, right? I mean, you didn't,
Maybe he
you-
did.
you're
Oh, yeah, they
babbling-
just teleport in and out, don't they?
Sure.
Some of us could follow him.
He didn't teleport. He clearly he used his incorporeality like a ghost to just pass right into the scab. It didn't look like he went to inside of the cathedral. He kind of went down and
Tab.
yeah. All right, Mr. Hamstone, your turn.
All right.
Maybe he goes to the shadow plane of shadow.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Oops.
Shadow realm.
I accidentally skipped you, but it is your turn, Hamstone.
Okay. I move 25 feet to get right up to the edge. And do I see the dretches down there?
Yeah, they're just in a cute little pile on top of each other.
I'm gonna jump down and I'm gonna slash him for horror.
Let's go! Stop playing with him.
All right, well, you actually have 2 attacks, so I'll let you make both attacks against both targets. We'll see if you can kill them both.
Poke.
Reginald is totally playing a side scroller
shit.
right now.
Totally.
Yeah, I rolled a natural
Look,
1
you
on
have
the
a bardic
first attack.
inspiration.
Yes.
Bardic Inspiration, natural 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use the Bardic Inspiration.
I
All
can
right.
also help you as well if you fail again.
And I have that lucky ability as a halfling where you automatically can reroll.
Halfling luck, does that transfer?
Yeah.
I've
I
got
believe so.
luck. I've got luck as well, and I could help you.
So the only thing, so your luck, I don't think, Aaron, I don't think you can use your luck on other people, on allies rolls, can you?
No, it's not luck, I guess. My ability is called
That's one where you give a bonus, right?
it's one where I tell someone to do something differently, and then they do it differently.
So that's not going to help
you can,
because
hint.
a natural 1 always misses. So the only ability that will help is Race. He has the ability to give his halfling luck to one of you guys as a reaction. And that allows you to reroll a natural 1.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll a natural 1 here. Roll a d20, and I got to stick with whatever it is, which is fine because it's got to be better than a 1. 13 plus 3, 4. That's 7. So that is 21.
Nice.
Oh, it's 20. 20.
21 is definitely a hit. Now roll your damage.
I got 13 slashing. Can I use? Do you want me to keep the same
Oh, yeah. 13.
damage I rolled?
Okay. Yep.
13 and 1 radiant.
That kills it. So you're doing the links, holding the master sword directly down and just you're turning these guys into kebabs here.
Second attack, 20.
That is a hit. Ooh,
Not a scratch on him.
not a whole lot of
6.
damage.
6 slashing and 2 radiant, plus I'll throw a divine smite 2 on him
Bang.
for
That'll do it.
12 damage. There we go.
That kills that dretch. And then
Man,
you
Rachel
fall
Dredge is
prone.
Easy to kill.
And then I tumble onto the ground on my side.
You take a bit of falling damage. Looks like 15. Not too bad.
'Tis a scratch.
Tis but a scratch.
'Tis but a
I like this
dretch.
guy. Next time I go on the war campaign, you need to come along with me.
I yell, okay. Okay, I just noticed something, Emery. So I ran up and jumped off the thing, but I ran past a dretch on my way to go do that.
Oh, you're
So
right.
he would have got an attack of opportunity on me.
So honest.
Thank you. Yeah, you're very honest. I like
well,
that.
I just noticed it,
All right. It tries
Important.
to claw you.
I'm sure Hamstone probably just noticed now. An 18 is not enough.
All right.
What?
It tries.
Damn.
Oh, I got these weird scratches on my armor. Huh? What about that's from?
Race the T-Rex, your turn.
I'm just that dretch on the edge is the one that was attacking Hamstone, right?
It appears to be the only one left. Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna go over there and take a little nibble.
So
Probably not with a 7.
the T-Rex yeah, actually that is a hit. You walk up, you clamp your mighty jaws down on this dretch, and you do more than 2 damage because that's how much health it has, and you kill it.
There we go. Hard fought battle for sure.
All right, nice job.
No.
Nice job. No. Nice job. Yes.
No, hard fought battle.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that was a bit of an easy fight, that's for sure. But you
Well,
don't.
they were mostly dretches.
Yeah, but there's probably more and stuff, All right, before the
I mean,
60
we didn't beat the
seconds,
shadow.
before the my next turn as my next turn in the battle, even though the battle's over, I'm gonna use my remaining feather fall to get down this. Because I still had, it was 60 seconds, so I just want to use my feather fall before it disappears.
Oh, fair
I'm
enough.
going to use all my limbs to climb down carefully.